That's cool drink. We're late, 7:08. I apologize for that. I literally got off the road, went in, peed, grabbed some Coors, and basically jumped on here. I've been talking to the Chill Boys. I got Den and I got Justin sitting backstage, and we are gonna have a blast tonight, y'all. This is gonna be so much fun. They're gonna regale us with tons of stories about kind of what's going on. Why they got involved with this, why they're nuts, why these dudes are freaking nuts, right? And the stuff that they brought with them to race week as the kind of road week sort of world is super duper cool, and it's been a really cool time to hang out with these dudes. And without further ado, I bring to you episode number 19, Den and Dustin, the Chill Boys.
Hey, it's Adam Dory, bro. Dorinator.
Hell yes.
What's up, dude?
Dude, how in the hell are you guys? And welcome to That's Cool Drink.
There we are. Ching ching, sir.
Clink. And dude, Dash. That's Dash's Garage on YouTube. One of my super cool dude, G-body guy. So I like him. He's got a couple of them, and he's been tuning into all of these, dude. So Dash, dude, shout out. Thank you so much.
Here we go, boy. We're out to have some fun.
That's what I'm talking about. But dude, let's get into it. Like, talk about real quick. And I know typically I go kind of deep into the history of this stuff, but like, dude, it's fresh. We just got off of Rocky Mountain Race Week. How in the hell did you guys do? What did you think? What was the vibe? What did you do with the Chill trailer? Talk about it.
Man, well, it was
an event.
It was a journey for sure. Gosh, lots of stuff happened, obviously. Last year we did the Candyman ban, so I'm sure we'll have a chance to talk about that. But we all know it gets hotter than all heck at race week. So
Candyman.
There you go. There you go. That's last year. That was you called us out for doing the biggest burnout of the weekend.
And when you say they, you mean me. I mean,
yeah.
So I'm the man in the sky. You just don't. I'm sorry, I'm not better looking.
Well, what are you gonna do? Not everybody can look like this, right?
Oh yeah,
oh, bro.
But no, man, we did the Candyman band. That went off just awesome. We had so much fun. But then we just started thinking about how do we keep people cool? Like, AC, I have an air conditioned trailer, but we're like, man, we're gonna have to add to this. And so just like the Candyman band, as things progress, we're like, we need to come up with like a cool place to kick it that actually like is cool, keeps everybody chilled out. And so, of course, through the thinking, there was the Chill trailer. So went a little overboard, we put the lights, and then I had a stereo in there, and I was like, this isn't good enough. So we bought a commercial grade stereo. There you go. Joel Mulligan or Joel, what's his last name?
McGill.
I don't know. Joel McGill. There you go.
McGill. Yeah.
He blew his transmission up, and lucky for me, I packed that trailer full of tools.
Hell yeah.
And I said, hey, bring that thing over to the trailer. Let's rip that transmission out. And $12,000 transmission, took a dump. So that was fun, but we got it fixed.
Yeah, dude, it's all good. And he ended up getting a transmission from Tommy Stark. And shout out to Tommy. This week I'm doing. Hey, Tommy. Bam. This week, I'm doing a bunch of my handover to the guy that's taking my position because I'm moving to South Dakota. Because I'm going to, I got to be up kind of near you guys, right?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Come on over.
Right, exactly. Stevie says, a cat. She hears the kittens in the background.
Mom's outside, so they're not happy.
That'll happen, man. But yeah, dude. So I've been right seat riding with him, and just happened that one of my customers' shops is right down the street from his shop. So we just swung in real quick and got a little impromptu tour of his shop. Some top-notch stuff going on there. He's building the freaking car for the Riddler Award right now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Those aren't cheap.
It's great. But anyway, back to it.
Yeah. So man, we did that. Kicking around ideas of next year.
Already.
We had so much fun. So to kind of go back, And then, and feel free to jump in.
We had
anytime.
We had so much fun last year, and quite honestly, it was almost, for me, it was almost a little bit more fun last year because the nerds candy clusters were a hit, but we were just able to take those and chuck them,
yeet them at kids.
It was
I mean,
so
right,
fun.
like, I mean, straight in the window, and that's why I put in there.
For real.
Like, you know, I mean, it might hit you right in the temple, pal.
I will say throwing the otter pops was more fun than throwing the nerds clusters because you could tomahawk those suckers at kids. And
dude, and they're like, pow! Oh my god, the best day ever.
But we learned so much about the science of otter pops on this trip because I've got a deep freezer. A lot of y'all saw the deep freezer, but we had legitimately 6,000 otter pops. I still got about 400 in my freezer right now. But we stacked that thing from the bottom to the top, absolutely chocked it full of otter pops. And I'm like, oh man, they'll freeze in like, 4 hours, no big deal. We loaded them up the night before we left.
Right.
We drove from here to wherever we went, Kansas, Nebraska.
Right.
Got there, stayed the night, woke up the next day, opened the thing. It's like 68 degrees inside the freezer. I'm like, we got to do something different.
Day 2.5.
Yeah, not working. So, so we had to figure that out. So, like I said, it was a little bit more stressful this year. We had a lot more moving parts, blowing generators because we had too many ACs and too much stereo and too much
stuff going. Right.
It was a lot. But we got it sorted.
Sorted well enough that you won the Spirit of Road Week award 2 years in a row.
Oh yeah,
technically 3, but we'll get into that.
Oh, yeah. There, right, because we do have who's counting. I mean, because we do have one of them.
There it is, Nolan. If you're watching, first year, man.
Hell yeah, and that was in this ride.
We had a good time. That was our first experience of a race week or whatever, and boy, did we learn some things.
Hell yeah, dude. And like, I had no idea. This is kind of before we started doing like a bunch of the, the road week type of stuff. And we really got involved with it. But you guys won that handily 3 years in a row now. That's freaking awesome. But I had no idea that you went 3 years ago. I knew you went last year, and I knew you, and this year, of course. But
yeah, he didn't pick me up at the border until year 2.
Which border was that
at? Border of Arizona, not the other one.
Oh my gosh.
Jordan Gilbert, drink your drink.
That's my brother, by the way. Cheers, Jordan.
Oh, and check it out. Someone loves the Pit Vipers, but the Pit Vipers do new stuff now. Watch.
Excuse
Boom.
Me? What'd you say?
Boom.
What was that?
What? So what? Oh, just no big deal. No big deal. But nice, dude. So you think, honestly, the Candyman van year is the best year so far for you?
In hindsight, I believe so. There's so many. My expectation was 0. I had no idea what the hell I signed up for one.
Right.
For 2,
you got to tell them the story.
Yeah, the experience behind how that venture started in the first place was off the wall. I get a call on a Wednesday afternoon saying, "Hey, what are you doing next weekend?" I'm like, I don't know, golf. And he's like,
yeah, whatever. I'll come up with something.
Yeah, he's like, you want to go to Rocky Mountain Race Week?
Dude.
Dude. And I was like, I don't know what it's about, but yeah, when do I got to be there? He's like, you got to fly into Kansas Thursday morning. We'll see you there. Bought a plane ticket. Again, I didn't know what I was going. He just said, he's like, you got to get a Johnny Depp, Willy Wonka outfit in the next 4 days. And I was like, shoot, that's a task in itself. So let's make it happen.
And I mean, like, here it is.
There you go.
Yeah. And yeah, there it is. So he was the white Wonka, whatever that guy's name is. And I was the other Wonka.
The other one, yeah. The other Wonka. Jeez.
You need to watch our videos that I made last year because he's running with a gas can like Johnny Depp. Good Lord. Outrageous. We're blending movies now, but gosh dang it, it's funny.
But yeah, the experience actually really took off. in the sense that his expectation, I was going to meet him in Kansas, pick me up at the airport. Believe it was Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Yeah.
Wednesday
I was supposed
night.
to meet him Wednesday night.
So that we
Got it.
can set up shop, go Thursday. Well, I got stuck in TSA in Arizona for an hour.
Of
Missed
course
my
you did.
flight. And then I took another flight
The next day.
the next day to Denver and got laid over 24 hours there. So now we're
Racing. I'm filming. I'm racing. You're announcing. I got to leave to go get his ass at like
and
9:30 at night.
I'm supposed
Perfect.
to get into Kansas at like 6 p.m. So he's like, it's cool. We'll figure it out. We'll come
Right.
get you.
Right.
And so I land on a 30 passenger jet in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, about 2 hours outside of where I need to be. And there's about 4 people in this plane with me. And I'm like, all right, it's whatever. It's an airport. I'm just going to rent. There's a Hertz there. I'll rent a car. I'll meet them out. We don't have to take away from the races. Well, I get struck by lightning, and AKA, I mean the shits, right when I got off the plane. And I go take my happy ass to the bathroom, and I do my thing, and everybody's grabbing their bags, yada yada. I was like, I'll grab my bag later, and come to find out, the 20 minutes that I was in there, the whole airport evacuated,
Oh,
and everybody was gone. There's no baggage claim. The airplane's gone. I am now
Perfect.
locked. I am locked inside the airport. Inside.
nice.
The
Nice.
terminal doors that open, they're not sent.
They don't, yeah.
I'm like, WTF, what the fuck's going on here? This is some Stephen King.
Let me preface something. I've known this guy for a long time, and the stories he comes up with, I'm like, you gotta be, no way.
Right.
But then I hang out with him.
Happen.
I hang out with him for the years and years and years that we've been friends. And I'm like, son of a bitch, this freaking guy finds himself in these situations. I'm like, how in the world he got a parachute from a freaking skydiver stuck under his Mustang one time, and he's like pulling a parachute behind his Mustang down the freeway. Like, how does that
driving
freaking
down the
happen?
I-10 and people are yelling at me?
What
So,
the
anyways,
hell?
this is entirely true. I can vouch for it.
So I'm at this airport. I'm trying to like weasel my way out. Every door is locked. And there's a fire exit that says, do not exit, alarm will sound. I'm like, okay, let's hold off here. Let me find out something before I start calling the police and the fire department.
Right, right.
And there's not a single soul, I swear to you, for 300 miles.
What,
How much was the Uber? How much was the Uber?
The Uber was $283 to get back to the racetrack.
And it said wait time indefinite.
Yeah, indefinite. It said wait time indefinite. Somebody will respond within the day. I was
Meanwhile,
like,
I'm filming, thinking, oh, he's getting an Uber. No big deal. It's all
Right,
good.
we're good. Everything's gonna be
Wow.
fun. Yeah.
so after checking the doors once again, I hit the vending machine, grabbed me a Red Bull, cleared my thoughts. I said, fuck it. I'm going out the escape door. I don't care. I'm booling out.
Like a
It's
alarm will
time.
sound.
So I kick over there, boom, kick out the door. And now I'm in the middle of the tarmac because that's where the door led me. And and the door closes. I can't get back in. It's just me and my rolly suitcase. And now I'm going down the airstrip trying to locate somebody.
Figure out a
And
way to get
I
out
s-
now.
I
Again.
see a sign that says open Monday through Friday. And it's, thinking that there's going to be people here. I can't find a single person around this whole airport. I got a 25-foot wall with barbed wire at the top. And I can't get out of the airport now because the barbed wire is.
It's right.
Oh,
It goes this way. Yeah, you're stuck.
So eventually I say fuck it to that too. And I yeet my suitcase over this fence. It gets caught up in the barbed wire. So it's just dangling there. And then now I
Perfect.
got to get my happy ass over this fence so I can break out of the airport. I eventually get over the airport. I get into service land. I end up calling Justin. I'm like, hey, I'm about 2 hours and 10 minutes from your location. The Uber is like $283. I think if I walk a couple miles, I can, get a discount for being closer and get in the $70 range, and I'll be there in no time. Well, that didn't happen. I walked miles.
23 miles.
What?
23 miles before
23 miles. because
Holy
So I'll
shit!
just-
with
I'll
your
just-
suitcase.
with my suitcase.
so
That's
I'll hop
cool.
in.
Great.
So he's always texts me, dude, can't get an Uber, nothing's gonna happen. Take your time, because I was filming Nate. It was time for the Rowdy Radial. So I was like, all right, man, you're gonna have to wait. Like, I guess just start
Right.
walking. I don't know. So so I have his location.
And you're talking about Nate Curran.
Nate Curran, yeah, Fort Fairmont.
Yep.
So I get done filming, whatever. I'm like, guys, I gotta go get Den. They'd never met this guy, so they're like,
Yeah.
freaking ass hat.
Yeah, what the fuck is he stuck in the airport in Kansas?
Right.
So
yeah, and he's gonna show up with that mustache and like.
Right, yeah. So
Yeah.
so I hit directions to him, whatever it was, hour and 45 minutes away.
Right.
So I'm in the Candyman van, absolutely hauling like 100 miles an hour. The thing freaking gets it. And going down the freeway, the cornfields. Well, I'm like 45 minutes from his location. And I know he's been walking for 20 something miles. And it says to take a right on a dirt road. And I'm thinking, I've had something like this happen before.
I've done this before. I'm not doing this. I won't fall for that shit again.
But I'm like, my buddy is stuck in the middle of a cornfield, so I got to turn. So I rip a right-hand turn, go over some train tracks. Next thing you know, I'm like rolling hills, cornfield, dirt road.
Hell yeah.
75 miles an hour at about 11:30 at night after, a long day. And that thing.
This freaking ripper.
Yeah. See the dust on the side of the black
Oh, yeah.
stuff down there at the bottom? That's the cornfield roads. That's the dust. So, so I'm coming over these hills, and way off in the distance, I see a light. I'm like, that's freaking Den.
He's on this fucking dirt road?
He's
With a
he's
rolling
on
suitcase.
a dirt road with a freaking roller suitcase. He's been walking for
20
2.5
miles.
hours for 25 miles. And I pull up like, what's up, dude? Like, up.
Get in. You want some candy?
Yeah, we're about filming too, because I was like, this guy's gonna fucking hit me because he's Scooge. So I was documenting on the Instagram. I was like, if I die, this guy's gonna hit me.
Tell about the tire.
And I was walking. It starts to get dark out. Justin's about an hour and a half away at this point. It's starting to get really dark now. It's just pure dark. It's just me and my cell phone light. I'm scrolling through Instagram, texting people, whatever. I got this illuminated face. Next thing you know, I feel something snag my pants. And I've been seeing all these dead armadillos and everything.
Yeah, whatever. Just shit
so
on the side of the road.
I felt it snag, like, it did this on me, and I was like, oh, what the shit? And I kicked my leg, and the next thing you know, I feel this thing following me. Like, it's still attached to my leg.
Oh, no.
So I get direct goosebumps. I shag ass, drop my bag, threw my phone, started air punching shit. And this thing is still attached to me. I'm running like 20 yards down the street as fast as I can.
Yeah, and probably screaming like a freaking girl.
Yeah, it's still attached to me. Like, oh, shit, motherfucker. I'm swinging. Now I'm swinging at my leg, and then finally releases, and my phone's down the way, 50 yards, like a little chip. And I was like, God damn it. So I get back, grab my bag, grab my phone. I'm freaking out, thinking some armadillo or something got me. I picked my phone up, and it was a piece of tire tread with a wire hanging out that flipped my hands.
If only you had that on video.
Oh my god!
I shook out of my life. I hardly ever get startled that well. But
that was insane. Yeah,
I couldn't. And you're just in the pitch black, and all you could think of is if Dorothy's gonna come through with the tornado and pick you up, but she wasn't there.
Holy crap!
So that was like day one of year one for him. Was
okay.
Locked in an airport.
So he's like, what in the fuck did I just get myself into? Here?
Right.
Exactly,
like, thanks for inviting me, bro.
Yeah. No shit. It's the Blair Witch Project.
Not a single. I even went up to a few houses and rang doorbells, and I was like, dang, there's nobody around here either.
Oh my
Outrageous.
God. Oh my God.
So, anyways, so that was the start, of course, of
So since we're on that kick, let's Candyman van it out for a minute.
Sure.
Real quick. And I thought I saved all these, but I didn't, so I got to do it this way.
That's
but
fine.
It doesn't it's not the best, but hey, it is what it is. We roll with what we roll with. But this is your pallet of candy. Tell us about what the hell happened with the pallet of candy.
Do you have the wall picture? Like the wall that we made?
I do.
All right. So
it's in here somewhere.
Okay. So there you go. Okay.
It's a wall of candy.
That is, I'm telling you, we brought 6,000 otter pops because we're like, we got to outdo last year. We had 1,800 bags.
It's like $8,000 in Nerds candy.
It was funny because I'm a kind of a wheeler dealer, you know.
Yeah.
I actually listed this on Marketplace for like, I can't even remember how much I listed it for. It was like $2,000 or $2,500. I had convenience store people hitting me up left and right, like, I'll come right now and buy it from you, because those are like $8 a bag.
Mm-hmm.
And in each box was 6 bags. But then Brady Davis, he might be on here, he was like, no, this is great, we got to do something with this. But what had happened was we were at Ramblin' Jack's in Chehalis, Washington. I go out there all the time. Brady Davis, DAC Tunes, Kick-Ass Tunes. If you need your car tune, go see him. But anyways, he's a really close friend of mine. We go to breakfast. And it was honestly, I remember it clear as day because it was really bizarre. At the time, I was working for a railroad company, and they had given me a brand new 2020 Dodge 2500 Cummins.
Cool.
We're coming out of breakfast, and we're just, whatever. We're going to go work on cars or whatever.
Right.
And this kind of squatty, like pudgy, gentleman in a fluorescent vest comes up, and he's like, "Hey, y'all, that's a nice truck." And I was like,
atypical truck driver.
I was like, "Thanks, guy." And he's like, "Hey, you guys like candy?" And I was like, "This is getting weird, dude." Like, calm it down.
And he was doing this number too.
Hey, bro.
And it jumps in, right? So I was like, it depends, I guess. What's going on? And he's like, and then it mellowed out. I was like, okay, this is normal. He's like, "Hey, I'm a truck driver. I got an overload of Nerds cluster candy. I took him to Walmart, and he like gave us this big spiel. He was like, the damn factory overdid it, and they don't want to inventory it, so they put it on my truck, blah, blah, blah."
Right.
He's like, "I got a pallet full of candy. Do you guys want it?" I was like, "Absolutely. Sure. Why not?"
Yeah, whatever.
So we back my extended bed, Cummins up to this dude's freaking semi truck. And it is an entire pallet, like saran wrapped,
right,
full pallet of candy. And I'm not kidding you. We took 30 minutes of just like, get this box after box. I'm like, what the hell are we going to do with all this stuff? I have no idea. So we were just, Brady will probably say the same thing like I said about Den. Like, I get myself into situations, I'm like, what just happened?
Right.
So we took it back to his house, and we just made that wall, and we're like, what in the frick are we going to do with this? So Rocky Mountain Race Week, we're like, what if we were like Willy Wonka? And we, and so it unfolded. Scott, one of Brady's buddies, bought that Ford van for $400. And we're like, dude, the van runs great. Let's take the van. We'll put the candy in the back, and we'll call it the Candyman van. And we're like, that's freaking, we're doing it. So,
okay, it's done. That's the shit.
It's done. So the stickers that we had on the side of that thing, Den was in Arizona. Now, mind you, I called him 4 days before we had to leave for Rocky Mountain Race Week. So this picture right here, that is the first picture I took after I put those stickers on the car, and we were leaving in like 20 minutes. And the guy that I had to do those stickers, like the ink was still wet. I was like, shoot, so
yeah, we're out of time. It's time. Let's go.
So Den sent me a picture like the day before. I sent these to a buddy of mine. He made the images. We're loading up the van. We're loading up everything. And he's like bombing down Brady's driveway. Like, here's the stickers. And we're like, shit, we gotta go. Bam, they threw them on the freaking van. And they were giving Den so much shit for his freaking, like, if you can zoom into his eyes, like,
let me see if I can. I don't know if I can, but that's, you're right.
He's like side-eyed. He's like side-eyeing, like, you know, if you were like giving a chick the eye, you know, because you were all about it, like that's that image.
Right.
And gosh dang it. And so we loaded the thing on the back of the semi and off we went. And gosh dang it, that was a good time. It was so fun. That thing had a check engine light and no muffler for like 10 minutes before we left. They're like, oh, we got to change the spark plug and put a muffler on, and then off we went.
I love the backing you up in the beams. This is
the Promon back up. Oh my gosh.
That's that shit right there.
Oh man.
That's that shit right there.
We were debating doing that. I was like, oh, we don't want to piss anybody off. And I was like, guys, look at us. We're in freaking Willy Wonka.
Yeah,
they're gonna let a
come,
man.
I mean, they're already.
You gotta
pissed
make
off.
this. We gotta run this thing like it's a 4,000 horsepower jack.
So he's backing me up, and I'm freaking like hand over hand wheeling the turning this thing, backing up.
That is freaking awesome, dude. That is awesome.
That was fun. That was a good time.
Bam. He loved doing it. He is watching.
Who is that?
I think that's your sticker.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh, that might be, but that also might be the.
Put up your name because it only shows us Facebook user.
Yeah,
whoever is.
The guy that ran the gray Mustang. And,
Nick.
Nick.
Yeah,
Nick.
Nick. Yep, Nick Kern.
Yeah,
Bam.
there you go.
Bam. So yeah, dude. So you're talking about filming. You're what are you filming? What are you doing with that? What's kind of what's your background? What do you guys do a little bit?
Well, I guess
You can start with
okay.
The purpose of filming was to document.
Yeah. So the first year, so I have a YouTube channel. It's literally nothing. I have like 2 followers, but
Hey, me too.
Right? Hey, that's cool. Drink.
Hey, yeah. Here's the failing YouTube endeavors. That's cool. Drink.
So
you guys got 2 tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have tens and tens of views here.
I literally said that earlier. I'm like, babe, you guys have to stay outside. We're gonna have like tens and tens.
Oh!
So we got Adam, we brought our own sound effects. So I honestly don't know what happened. Okay, I remember what happened. So Nolan, Nate, Curran, and Brady Davis showed up to my house, and we're like, guys, we got to like document this, you know. But I was like, I don't want to use my phone. Like, I got a GoPro. I'll bring my GoPro. I'll freaking do some stuff. So I got my GoPro and I downloaded the GoPro Edit app.
Mm-hmm.
And I was using my phone that whole first year to edit all the videos.
Damn, who that guy?
So we recreated this picture this last year with this shit on. So
do I have that one?
I know, right?
I mean, this is you guys. I mean,
that's the one. There it is. That we were like, oh, we got to recreate this picture.
Yeah, we got to get back on the wall. We got
so it's that one, and then this one.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit further away, and yeah, but there you go. You're about the same freaking pose that I'm in.
Pretty close, dude. I mean, it's pretty freaking close.
Look at this. Look how close you are. Look at
that's not bad, dude. That's not bad.
Gosh dang it.
Yeah, all we saw was
if Den had his hand out like this,
yeah,
right
on this one. Way to fuck it up, Den.
The 1320 guy that was I forget the gentleman's name.
I have his card.
It's got to be Scott Whitty.
Yeah, Scott. Yep.
And he was just taking photos and
man, your names, man. Jeez.
Well, his watermarks on the bottom.
I was like, we'd love to get that photo up against the wall, and so we were just trying to get into the same area.
Yeah, that's the same spot. That's at Bandamere.
Yep.
Okay.
Same wall, same spot. And I was like, Scott, dude, take the same pictures last year. And so we thought we were closer than that, but I guess it's not too bad.
Hey, whatever. It's still good.
Right?
It's still good. And it's so funny that you guys swap positions and you're almost the same.
That is really hilarious. I haven't compared them side by side. So that's
so what's it like being a couple together?
Well, we just keep that.
Yeah, we know our strengths and weaknesses.
Perfect. You can wear each other's clothes.
Babe, come in here. But
I mean, you got cats. I mean, it's perfect.
I don't. You know what? I don't want to hear it. Marriage does weird things to you. All right, just you'll
I
figure it out
understand.
shortly.
Okay? I understand. I'm moving for this one. So
you're gonna get him a flag, dude.
Oh, is he getting flagged?
No. But,
good God.
Okay, so everybody just calm down. All right. So
everyone just chill.
Just chill
the hell out. You know what?
Boys.
Just everyone have a.
Yeah.
Just get yourself a little libation here.
I'm about empty.
You need to figure that out, pal.
Don't you worry. I have a refill right there. Okay, so I grabbed a GoPro, downloaded the GoPro app, and you can. I'll add my YouTube page to this thread, and you can watch the very first video, and it was horrible. I don't even know if the rest are any better, but the first one was like extra horrible. We're at my house. I'm like vacuuming Nolan's truck, and
right?
Whatever, So, so Brady Davis and Dak Tunes has a pretty decent following. He's got a lot of guys of cars that he's tuned. We have a tremendous amount of friends out there. I met him when I lived out there, so so the videos were getting like 500 or 600 views as I was making them, and every day I was getting text message after text message like, "When's the next video coming out? Like, let us know. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's that?" And I'm like, my phone is overheating, as I'm trying to edit these videos.
Edit videos down, right?
Yeah, and we're driving over the freaking Rockies to go to Vandermeer, and it's like no service, and it's taken 4 hours to upload or whatever.
Right.
So anyways, so I did the first year, and it was good. It was really good. I got some good stuff, and it's, if nothing else, it's a memory for me and my buddies to remember stuff by.
So here's the first. We got to talk about the first year. So again, I didn't even know you guys were on this.
Yeah.
But you're in this truck, and you're doing the thing, and you won top 5 again, and that's actually that's a pretty cool. And they're wait, what? What the hell? Okay. Oh, and here you are, since you're a professional, media person.
I sweet talk the media people into giving me a best. What can I say?
I mean, what the hell?
Hey, look at Adam. Look what I'm wearing right now. I got a damn.
I mean, the snorkel, the Speedos.
I went up to the front desk in that outfit and asked where the pool was.
I bet you did.
So I have a video, and I won't give it to you because you'll post it everywhere, of Nate Curran in the cheapest motel I've ever stayed in a bubble bath with the snorkel on. Like, after they sat in the car all day in 114-degree temperature.
Perfect.
Because years ago was horrible.
Because that's what it was, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I can totally see that too.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Oh man. So yeah, dude, back to back first places. It's pretty amazing, dude.
Well, I mean,
and then with you and Den back to back.
We're just gangster.
I mean, yeah. But that said, you guys are car dudes anyway. Like you each are, are steeped in the culture as well. So why Road Week? What happened that you guys were like, okay, yeah, fuck it, we'll go drive a truck or a truck and a trailer or a fucking Ford Windstar through the Rockies?
Well, I guess because I started the first year, I'll go and then you can maybe fill in. So the first year, Nate Curran just hit me up out of the blue, and he was like, "Dude, there's something called Rocky Mountain Race Week, and this is the outcome of this event." And I was like, "I'm game, dude. I'll try anything twice." Right. So we just went, and actually, if you pull up that picture, Adam, of it's Brady and I high-fiving as we're jumping. We were in Twin Falls, Idaho, which is about 2 hours out of Boise. And we got 18 hours to go, and that truck just took a shit. The crank sensor stopped working. The cam sensor quit working. the check engine light was on. It was in limp mode. And so we pulled over at a Chevron right there. You can see in the background.
Right. Yep. Right.
And
right here.
I'm with a tiny little screwdriver trying to get out this Allen head bolt, this crank sensor out of this Cummins. It was a nightmare the whole way there and the whole way back. But nevertheless, again, great story and great memories. But it was literally just for me and these knuckleheads that I hang out with, just on a whim. Like, let's go do this thing. We have no idea what it's about. We got to drive this race car over the Rockies and all this stuff. We're like, we're putting a big radiator in it and a big fuel cell. Let's go, And all right. So that was my first year, but I mean, Den can tell you about his first year.
Yeah, I mean, my first year, again, like I'm an experienced junkie. So for me, it was, you got a trusted friend, trusted ally in life. And he goes, need your help. Need you to put on a Willy Wonka outfit.
How do you say no?
But it's cars, so it's gonna be so cool, and we're just gonna like freaking wing it and throw candies at a bunch of people. And I was like, all right, dude,
dude, I mean,
the description I gave him.
That sounds like a party. I'm in.
And
Let's go.
I'm sitting there I'm on the toilet, like, yeah, this freaking sounds great. Yeah,
and you're like, how high is this dude?
But that's kind of like, in a nutshell, that's in essence like our friendship. It's, hey, I got this brilliant idea, or hey, I got this brilliant fun time, or hey, I want you to come to this event. It's out of the blue. I know it's this weekend. Let's grab your shit and let's go. And for me, there's a rarity in that you can, if you have those friends and those family members or whoever that you can just call on a dime and they'll just get off their couch and run with the idea, whether it's good, bad, or in between. So,
right. And then you show up with some shit like this.
Yeah, I didn't even ask what we were riding in. I was like, we're gonna be throwing candy. Like, you guys got a golf car? Or you guys
shit, man.
So just to preface off that,
like golf cart or
Rocky Mountain Race Week was done like that. He came to my bachelor party 2 days before we were there, Lake Havasu. He's like, yep, I'm there.
Nice.
We worked together. I flew him out for an interview on Wednesday. The following Thursday, he's like this high paid, hot shot in our business. So like that's just kind of how our friendship unfolds. It's like, hey, what are you doing? You want to go to the moon? Like, cool, let's go.
Yeah, giddy up.
Yeah, he calls me on a Wednesday at 7 a.m. for a job opportunity. He's like, hey, I've been bugging you about working together. We've been friends for a couple of years now, but we should totally work together because you probably fucking kill it. And I'm like, all right, what's your brilliant idea? He's like, I don't have one. I just want you to be here. And I was like, all right, well, shit, let me call you later and we'll see where this goes. I call him back at 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, all right, what you got?
Like, I've thought about this and I'm ready to call you into whatever.
I got nothing to hold on. And I get off the phone with him at around 8:30. I ended up calling my girlfriend. I was like, hey, you down to move to Boise? And we've only been dating like 3 weeks.
She's like, yeah.
And she's like, yeah, like, I don't know. I'm up for an adventure. I was like, all right, cool. We're leaving in like 2 days. I got an interview on Friday. We got to. And we just made it happen. And it just turned into what it was. So, So for me, calling him about Rocky Mountain Race Week, and I didn't really care what the idea was. He could have been like, I need to sell like 1,000 toothpicks on the side of the road.
Right. And you'd be like, all right.
What time and what day? Yeah, let's go do it.
Let's go, dude. What should I wear?
So
Willy Wonka.
And it's not even Halloween, so how are you supposed to walk into stores like, you guys got Willy Wonka outfits in here?
Right. And again with that mustache, and they're like, dude, I mean, we're calling the FBI, man.
Right.
I know you're driving.
You're driving what again?
A van? What'd you say?
Candyman van and wonky. Yeah, dude. I mean, here, step in here with us real quick. Have you ever met? Yeah. Whatever his name is, Chris Hansen.
Spread him. Yeah, right.
Like, you're definitely getting ready to touch minors, dude. So
that's horrible.
Yeah, so we jump on the concept, and I'm like, all right, well, at least he's like, it's a cool time. There's a bunch of race cars. They got a drag and drive. It's a whole ordeal. We can help, the people we know one time. Like, he kind of explaining these caveats to the experience. And I'm like, damn, this sounds like a bull run that I've always wanted to do. And it's a similar nature. You're getting with a group of guys. They have a motive. They have an agenda, a fun experience, one in a lifetime opportunity. Like you sold me with I need your help. So
right, but
let's
everything
go.
after that is just icing on the cake. I
Right,
mean,
exactly.
who cares at that point?
Yeah.
But then you come back with a better understanding now, and you're like Justin. You're like a grizzled old vet that's done this. So
yeah, you do it one weekend and you feel like you've been there a lifetime. I can
totally, dude. And so how does your world change now going into chill trailer?
Well, so we've been reminiscing through all this bullshit of life, and we went to
right.
We went to some festivals, a little rave here or there.
Right,
I'm
few
half
mushrooms.
Asian, and all of a sudden he's like, "Dude, chill trailer, fucking BJ's, Pit Vipers," and I'm like, "Okay, what do you got?" I'm like, "I'll be Steve Aoki, dude. Just get some hair." And then he's like, "Oh, it's a chill trailer." So we got this idea. It's fostering. It's procreating. I had the idea of otter pops randomly, and we were gonna wear otter suits.
Okay.
Right. The blow up, like
blow
the
up
fan.
otter
Yeah,
suits.
yeah, with the fan in it.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
totally.
And they're like, "Oh no, we're gonna be a pain in the ass to take on and off," and
it's gonna be hot.
Well, we were at Country Thunder.
Yeah, at Country Thunder, and I'm like, "This
is that where you're going with this?"
Yeah. And next thing you know, so these little guys are here. Okay, my girlfriend got some hair extensions. To be voluptuous.
Yeah, pretty.
At this 4-day Woodstock Country Festival.
Have you heard of Country Thunder?
No,
it's a fucking shit show.
It's a mess, dude.
Okay, all right.
It's the biggest hootenanny in the freaking heart of Arizona, and it is the biggest country concert probably in the country. It's got to be, and it's a 4-day festival. People bring RVs. There's I'm not exaggerating at all. There's 500,000 people that show up to this thing.
Holy cow!
For 4 days.
For 4 days.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, pasties.
Yeah, that's 4 days.
Pasties, banana hammocks. You name it.
Yeah.
You look in between every trailer. There's somebody doing something. I was leave it at that.
And good for them.
So we're there. I get drunk the first day. I throw up everywhere. That was my
perfect.
Hey, I'm pulling in my white card. Y'all got to take care of me.
Right. Good job. A
couple days goes by. It's Saturday. Justin's like, "Okay, I've been good.
I've been taking care of my wife. I've been taking care of him.
Right.
My friends are taking care of. I'm putting in my shit. I'm taking my day. I am going."
Right.
So my girlfriend has these extensions hanging on the camper, my camper, and he goes, "Oh, dude, whose are these?" I was like, "Oh, those are AB's." He puts it on, and all of a sudden he turns into a superhero. He's like, "Saw, dude!" And he turns into an alter ego from nowhere. And I think we're gonna play with this for 2 or 3 minutes. He's gonna take it off. We're gonna go back to drinking. We're gonna go back to having fun. He stays Southern California boy for the next 5 hours.
Attaboy.
Throwing beer cans at random girls' heds.
Attaboy.
Empty. They're not open, so we're not knocking people out. But
right.
He's jamming, he's doing this, and that's where the inspiration came from. It's like, dude, we need to put on these wigs and just turn into different people, have fun, create an environment. Because he created an environment for I had about 70 people in our group, and we're all walking around, going to campsites, going to party situations within this event.
Yeah.
Very similar to Rocky Mountain Race Week, where you have friends, you go visit them, you check out what they got.
Yeah, you're doing your thing, and
you're just fully immersed in it. And he's like, and he's in character. People are believing his hair is real. They're like, "Oh my god, dude, I wish I could grow my hair that long. It would be amazing, but I don't have
my hat on."
Yeah, he's got his hat on. He's got the accent.
Oh, hold on. I've got the introduction of the chill trailer, and I'm sure that this is exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, exactly.
that guy right there.
This dude right here, because I watched this and I was like, "Who in the hell?" Let's listen to this.
Oh, dude, we're totally psyched this year for the race week trailer, dude. We got the chill trailer this year. Let's show you around.
And then you fuck the door up.
This is my favorite.
Figure out how to work the trailer, dude. You gotta push in and then pull it.
It's a smooth 16 68 degrees up in here, dude.
It's totally chilling here right now, dude. It's a smooth 68 degrees up in here, dude. Oh, dude.
So that's what you get for the next 5 hours of your life.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
I didn't bring that guy out on Rocky Mountain Race Week because I was like, this is going to be obnoxious enough. Like, these people are working hard. It's hot. Like, let's just tone it down a bit.
Oh,
yeah, we
man.
wanted to stand out so in the best ways possible. Don't get us wrong.
Right.
And we're like, we just got to be electric. We got to be stand out. We can't blend in. We picked the most bizarre outfits ever.
Need some drink, dude.
Oh, hey, chill, warrior.
Oh, oh.
And
Seven Devils. You guys haven't tried it.
so he says, oh, we put on raver outfits. We're going to be the best DJs ever. We're going to get the brightest outfits. So if you guys kind of witnessed throughout the event that every day was a different
Right.
outfit.
And you
with the
had like
exception of
lit
these.
like shoes with lights on them. You had these
Oh,
tennis
yeah.
ball shoes.
We had light up shoes, the DJ area, the highlighter sneakers, to the pit vipers, to these gold platinum jackets
dude.
that we got.
And those are real 24 karat.
Oh yeah, you real
Of course.
24 flake.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, scrubs.
So we went all out. We told ourselves like, hey, from the second that we're on till the event ends. And so if you guys witnessed, that was a lot of commitment on our end
hell
to
yeah.
go from noon till the last car pulled out.
Right,
Like,
right.
it
And
was-
like not just that, but like I mean, this isn't stuff that just dudes do. I mean, you're on here.
Oh yeah,
All the stuff,
absolutely.
you see homeboy hiding out in the trees there, and you gotta hang out of the truck. I mean,
He's like mid deep conversation. We're like, 47 hours into this drive.
yeah,
and he's,
you're just
deep
like,
pouring his heart out. And I'm
I
like,
love you, man. Yeah, hold on one second. The
cameras
out of
are
the truck real quick.
but no, I mean, we just like, to anybody who watches this,
Our tens and tens of views.
well, yeah, our tens and tens of people, but we didn't want to be obnoxious. Like, we had underglow on our freaking golf cart. We had a subwoofer hanging out the back. Like, we just want, regardless of what we do, we just really try to have a good time. And whether it be work or play, we genuinely just try to go all out
Totally,
and
dude.
just be genuine, And so we didn't want to be annoying, but we just wanted to be like, hey, man, hey, we're still here, having a
Right.
good time. And really, I think it was well taken for the most part. Because I
Agreed.
did talk to, I appreciate that. And I talked to quite a few people that I would consider, pretty serious about the event. Fireball,
Yeah.
or Meltdown Camaro, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that guy changed a freaking engine. He put a boat motor in his car.
Right.
And we drove by. We're like, dude, are you good? You guys need some waters? Or he's like, no, you guys are crushing it. Like, I'm like, this is nuts, man. You guys don't understand. These people are nutcases
Right.
that do this thing. So, anyways, it was well taken. And
Yeah, for sure, dude. It totally was. And it's just so much fun. And it's like, yes, when it starts getting kind of, a little tight and people are, in the middle of, the grips of trying to battle for up the, moving up the chain.
yeah,
here
changing an engine.
Here comes you freaking guys, dancing. And
Singing karaoke.
Well, we're
Right,
doing that.
We sing karaoke.
We're karaokeing. He's on a thing. We're doing the dragon and the what is it called? The simulation
Yeah,
drive.
the
We're
drag race.
tying
the reaction time chairs.
reaction
Yeah.
time. We're tying up at 0.05 seconds or whatever, and
Hell
then
yeah.
everybody's screaming, and then he's on the karaoke, and I got this lady that's trying to steal all these otter pops. I'm like, get out of there! And
And that was my bad because I was like, everyone go get some otter pops. And you're like, hey,
No,
it was-
it's
it was
fine.
all
But
good.
dude, you're digging through our breakfast cooler. Like, chill out, bro. Like, that's not where they're at.
and but in a nutshell, the event was like amazing, where we just immersed ourselves. I personally, I'm not sure Justin's agenda in a sense, but like I went to seek out people that it was either their first year or they haven't kind of found their not to say that the event isn't welcoming, but you have people who are
their people.
yeah, they're people.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I'm looking out for those and making them feel welcome. That's
Yeah,
kind of what we did. We drove by every car. Hey, you guys want otter pops? Hey, do you guys need water? You guys
That's
are
awesome.
good to go. Do you guys need anything? You know, we
But,
took
like, genuinely involved. You know, getting out, talking to them, how's it going? Like, making it an experience.
Right.
You know,
And for you and for them. It's a
Absolutely.
dually, advantageous situation.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit of a chore to do this.
Right.
But we enjoy it for sure. Like, but it's hard. Like, it's to set up the trailer, and we got to move all the couches and get all the speakers set up.
I turned into an electrical engineer by the end of it. I'm gonna tell you what. Like,
There when the last car makes its
I'm
path.
having to Google voltage drops and
Yeah,
extensions of cables.
extension cords and
Yeah.
we
How
had
do you freeze otter pops? 26 degrees. Now we know, by the way.
26 degrees, and then what are we kind of find out? If it's at the freezing temperature 32, it can't be because it has to be 26 because it has salt and sodium
Got it. Yep.
in the fluid.
Who
So
knows this crap?
in order for it to freeze at 26 degrees, it actually has to sustain 14 degrees Fahrenheit for at least 3 to 4 hours to get it halfway frozen. And so then I had a deductive. My engineer background goes, okay, we have to freeze them before we freeze them. So we got to get a cooler full of otter pops and ice to get them to a threshold of freezing 32 degrees.
And then put it into the
transfer
cooler.
them, and then put them in the cooler to freeze from 32 to 14.
And it freaking worked. It
Hell
really
yeah.
worked.
Hell yeah. No, and
So-
I mean that's for sure work. I mean, because I got some on. I think you were throwing them out to me day 2, 3, and 4 pretty regularly, and they were nice. They were frozen. They were perfect. And when we talked the first day, you were like, "We're having some problems.
Yeah.
We already blew up a generator and quit giving away our effing otter pops. We don't know what we're doing."
Shout out to Male or Molly Pistons.
Molly Pistons. Yeah,
Molly Pistons. They let us borrow their generator to
sweet.
run everything. So
If
shout
it
out to
wasn't
those
for
guys.
that, we wouldn't have had the power needed.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So,
One of the Rocky Mountain Race Week sponsors. So
yes. Yep.
And then Eric Grillio is the dude that drives the Nova, and he good
on.
people right there.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it was solid. That helped out a ton. So we appreciate
Nice,
that
dude.
for sure. Yeah.
Hell yeah, you two are a hoot, and someone loves you both.
We're a riot.
Hope
that's
it's
for sure.
a cute lady.
I was
Just
going to say, what's your name, sir?
What's your name?
And then oddly enough, through all the funny shenanigans and everything, I was constantly learning car enthusiasts, resistors, yada yada. I ended up finding things.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
plugging things in and out, trying to figure out like two air conditioners can work out of this plug because it draws
This much
More
amperage.
this
right.
amperage. This guy,
And
okay,
this
this
generator
works.
only has 2,000 watts, and this one has 3,000, and they're joined together.
Right.
Like
So you have 5,000, but right.
6,000, and then an additional 2,000. But we weren't planning on having the freezer in the trailer because I had a not an amplifier, but a inverter that we were going to plug. But that wasn't cutting it, and I even put a second battery in the trailer with a solar panel, and that wasn't cutting it. So I was like, shit, we got to put the freezer in the trailer and plug it in. But then I bought this big ass stereo that's like a commercial grade, mixed board thing. And if we turn it up past like 2, it'd pop everything. So I'm like, this is a mess.
So yeah, you got sustained loads, unsustained loads.
Right. There's
variable
starting
loads.
loads. And yeah, dude, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, the old school.
Fast Donovan check in.
Yeah,
Which
fast-
one?
fast
Which?
dollar.
Now, hold on. Wait a second. Which one of you is fast? Because I talked to Donovan Leader at Rocky Mountain or at Mile High Nationals, and he told me he was fast Donovan.
He
And
was.
so
he,
I don't know if
he
this
is-
is Donovan Linwood.
no, it is. So this is Donovan Leader.
Okay.
And maybe, hey, bud, type up the reason why. I can't remember. They told me the story again, but there's a reason why they did this.
Fast and slow.
Fast and slow.
Yeah.
There's a legitimate reason why.
So here's something that's funny is as I've already worked it out and they both know about it, but I'm going to go ahead and just say it right here for
There you
our
go.
dozens and dozens of viewers ever is that I am going to figure out a slow Donovan trophy.
Mm.
So it's going to be a second place trophy. The first place that just gets the fast Donovan title. The slow Donovan will get whatever trophy I come up with, and it's going to be stupid. But in the shootout, after one of them loses, or after both of them lose, I'm going to do a grudge race with the time clocks off, 1/4 mile, 4/10 Pro Tree, and just a wind light. No clocks, no nothing, no time slips, and loser gets the Slow Donovan for the year.
Heck yes.
Well, at least until the next event, and we'll
we
just
allowed to
every
bet
time
on
they're
it?
each at an event, they'll race for Slow Donovan.
We should bet on that.
We should bet on it. We should.
We're
have
definitely gonna bet
Definitely
on that.
horse races.
The horse race,
The battle of the D's, the
Right.
Donovans.
Right? And
Heck
and he
yeah.
says, well, I won the fastest fuck 8, and he only won the bad motherfucking 8.
It got rained out. Don't do your own horn, bro. Come on, calm down.
Let's
Chill,
yeah.
warrior.
Whoa, pal. Gear it down, big shifter.
Yeah, you
But
won
no,
on the
I'm-
freaking Game Boy chair thing. You're chill
So
out.
yeah, no. Donovan Leader came up to me. I mean, about three sheets to the wind. He was definitely intoxicated.
4 sheets to the wind.
Right.
I was
right.
there.
Yep. And and this was at the Mile High Nationals, and he says, "Dude, I need to talk to you about the Slow Donovan Award." And I was like, "We need to race for it." And he's like, "I get to make the rules. It's quarter mile."
That sounds exactly like what you would say.
But so we're totally going to do that. I'm going to work out as soon as both of those dudes are out, and if they both win their classes, that's great. We're still going to do a grudge race after that and race
Heck
for the Slow Donovan Award.
Heck yes. That's so cool, man. Like, people don't realize it's almost like a brotherhood that you create at this event. And it's honestly so real. When you announce over the radio, like, who's the guy that does the announcing online? Bank Shift.
Chad Reynolds.
Chad. You announced over the radio, Chad needs a radio. And I thought you meant like a 2-way radio. And so I ran inside. I had like 6 2-way radios.
Yeah, you're like, I got you.
Yeah, I grabbed like 6 of them, and I'm running. Like, I'm a fit guy. I'm running, And we were around the corner from where he was filming, and I'm running. And it took me 45 seconds to grab my radios and run over there.
Right.
And there's 6 dudes like handing him radios. And I remember last year at Kearney. Or no, where did we change Joel's transmission? Pueblo.
It's always Pueblo.
It's always freaking Pueblo. Joel's freaking transmission blows at Pueblo.
Yeah, good job, Joel.
Right?
Blowing them trannies at
Gosh,
Pueblo.
dang it. Quit blowing the trannies.
Blowing trannies at Pueblo. That's cool. Drink.
Good drink. But no, same thing. Hey, guy in the pits needs a jump pack. Same thing. I had a jump pack. I ran out there. There's 6 dudes around this car, like, jump pack. And that goes for like transmissions, engines.
Dude, you name it.
Donovan Leader he bought an engine from a guy that had an extra engine and put it in his car and continued. Like, these people take care of each other.
Right. Dude, Joel got a transmission from Tom, who was ahead of him, I think.
Right.
In the points. And then
we
Joel
drove his happy ass to Denver to pick that shit up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, dude. Totally.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he didn't even pay him
that shit.
That's what I'm saying. But he didn't at that. He's paid him since then, but he didn't pay him. We went to a shop. These guys were like, "What are you guys doing here?" We're like, "We're going to pick a transmission." Grab the transmission. No dollars exchanged at this point. Slammed in the transmission. Finished the race, and he's like, "I will figure out the money on the back end." Same thing. Same thing with Donovan. And they're shipping the motor back. Like, these guys, you're talking tens and possibly, tens and tens of thousands of dollars. And these guys are just happy.
Like, please finish.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
And at the same time, Joel ended up beating Tom. So Tom was in the point where if he just said, "Dude, good luck.
Yeah.
See you later," he may have moved up and gotten himself on the podium.
Right. But it's just about finishing. Like,
but
it
exactly.
is so,
and
if you
it's such a
on
brotherhood.
race week, you just don't know. It's brutal, man.
It is. And it's totally a fraternity. And once you finish it, and even if you finish it in, a fucking Ford Windstar, like, you finished it. Like, it's a thing. It puts you into this group of people that have done this idiotic crap, because even just driving 1,300 miles in a week is a ton, man. I mean, that's a lot of driving. And you better really, really like the person you're sitting next to, or you're not gonna.
Dude, I'm telling you. I guarantee you, he can attest. Like, we're the best of friends. By the end of that 8 days, I was like, "You got to go home, dude. I'm tired of sitting next to you."
Right, exactly. But then, like, the day after that, you're like, "Dude, can we do race week again?"
Right, I know.
Like, when the hell is the Redwood Rally? Are we? I mean, come on, let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Which-
wild.
Yeah, dude. It's a bunch of idiots, and we all get together and we do stupid shit, and we have the times of our lives in the in the crux of it all.
We do.
And
Yeah.
it's super cool.
Yeah. On that note, last year we had a pit bike, and while we were driving through South Park, Colorado, we unloaded this pit bike and we put on our Willy Wonka outfits, and he's like tucked behind me, and we're like freaking pinned, topped out going up this mountain
Totally.
road. And like, it's little instances like that. And you'll see it on that video.
6 pound spring maxed out. It's flat.
Hell yeah. And speaking of, I mean, there's Pat Cook. Pat rides the Grom.
Oh
Or
my
has ridden the
gosh,
Grom.
dude, that guy's nuts.
he's a legend. He's a legend.
I've never seen a slower quarter mile in my life.
Right.
That was awesome.
and then you remind yourself that he's riding that same vehicle with the same exact power on the roads that we're riding. And,
Yeah,
and dude,
man.
it's a whole different thing when you realize, like, I can go 80 if I want.
Yeah.
That dude can only go 55.
Yeah,
And-
I remember saying last year, and even this year, I was like, dude, you remember that guy on the Grom last year?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, dude.
No way.
And
And
he
wasn't
brought
there 2 of them, or was there just one?
so he brought 2, but he has one that's motor swapped, and he'll correct me if I screw this up. But he's got one that has like a 125 motor that's actually pretty quick. But he didn't
Runs
get it
18s.
right. I mean, it might. I mean, 16s or who knows, dude? But
22.
I mean, not 22s at 55 miles an hour. But oh yeah, he hit 83 going through Dallas. Really sketchy drafting.
Like, yeah, dude, that's cool, huh?
That is cool. Drink. Yeah, dude, and yeah. So it's a 250 swapped, and So stock
Ooh.
it's 125. He has a 250 swapped one, so
Oh,
it should
wow.
be
That's actually
double the
decent.
power.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, that's pretty freaking sweet, dude. And
No
this
way.
this last year he was still with us, but he was on a 400. So he was
What
in
was he
the
riding this year? What was he on?
he was on a 400. I think it was a CBR 400.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
just a little bitty sport bike.
Yeah, the
and-
inline sport bike. Yeah, I remember that.
Yep, totally. And I think it ran in the 15s or 16s or something like
Whatever.
that.
Who
But
gives a
still, it's
shit,
only
man?
a 4.
That's not even the point.
Yeah, still
right?
it's only a 400. It's not
That's
it's not even a
insane.
I mean,
yeah, it
honestly,
was a Ninja. So it was
You
a
guys
red.
got an iron ass,
To
dude.
take-
And
Yeah, dude.
balls that are
Totally.
Either really small or really big. I don't know which to ride that far. On the
No,
small bike.
those are definitely sidecar worthy for sure. I mean, you just throw them off to the side and throttle it out because that dude's got big old steel hairy ones.
They spark out his ass when they cling together, type of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, there you go. Ran like 14s.
Yeah.
So
that's not- that's nothing to gawk
1395
at.
at Kearney and 1448. So for a little 400 sport bike, like that thing's getting it, dude. And that's got to be a whole different experience with like, a real motorcycle and be
Well,
able to go, quick.
If I'm being honest,
You can be
so-
honest.
so he rides. I ride. I've grown up riding my whole life. So is he. I'll just give a little tidbit to all y'all out there. I haven't seen a supermoto on Rocky Mountain
Ooh,
Raceway.
yeah, we talked
That's
about
true. Yeah.
And I have ridden my ass down a freeway on a supermoto, and it is not fun.
Right.
However,
Right.
that would be on par with a Grom because it's like a dirt bike with
Yeah,
street tires.
they're not geared for moving
No,
quick.
absolutely not. I honestly don't know if it would make it because I had a SMR 510, which is a big CC'd. It was a Husaberg. I think it was a Husaberg. No, it was a Husqvarna. But that thing like wrapped out at like a good solid 8,000 RPMs. Was only doing like 80 miles an hour.
Right. And you're like, ba 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 ba.
Right. Yeah, and then you're right. Yeah. So I mean, where's my supermoto boys at?
or
I mean,
moped. Would a moped
And
be?
Pat does say that a supermotor would suck just like the Grom.
It would suck, dude. But freaking kudos to you because I rode about 30 minutes on a supermoto, and god dang it, that sucked.
For hours.
You're nuts, dude. For real. That's wild.
Oh,
no
yeah.
way on a Grom, dude.
Dude. I mean,
it
legend.
sucks in a car, an air conditioned
Air
car.
conditioned car, you're like, fuck, can we go home? Like,
Right?
like, what if we cheat just this one time? Like, can we just get on the highway and get to where? Because
I almost gave up just getting there.
Well, yeah, I mean, you had to jump over a freaking airport fence, and
Well, yeah, there was that too. But
No, this year.
the second time around,
This year.
I was throwing the white towel almost because
Yeah.
we went through a hailstorm from fucking hell, and I just
Okay.
bought this. I just bought that dually.
He has. He's got a very nice.
no.
And he's like, "Oh, dude, we take the dude. It's so reliable." Yeah. And I was like, "All right, cool, man.
Yeah,
Let's take
it's
it
a great
together."
idea, and then you get it all.
6
Yeah,
hours.
that guy's a $100,000 freaking truck.
Yeah,
Right.
6 hours in, I'm all of a sudden in a fucking paint war, ball war with Mother Nature. All
Shit, Adam,
I
I'm gonna send you
see
this.
is all I hear is
Right, and you're like,
yeah,
My
and I'm like,
brand
oh,
new
dude,
truck.
I'm gonna get peppered. I'm gonna look like the
Justin, you fucking dickhead.
cheetah
What?
print.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I was like, I thought you were
cheetah
talking to
print
me.
my shit. There's cars fucking flipped over on the side of the road.
It was
Right.
I'm
bad.
like, oh
It was
no.
And you
we
guys
gotta-
are like, bruh, we
we
gotta
got a
bring the
trailer.
jet trailer.
With otter pops, they gotta freeze and like.
Bruh, we got so many otter pops, bruh.
Yeah, we got 14 hours to drive, and then finally we roll up to these guys. Okay, this is when I was like, okay, I can't really complain. These two guys are on bikes. It's hailballing nickels at everything for the next, I don't know, 20 miles.
It was bad. Like
Right.
really
And-
bad.
Yeah, cars are pulled under bridges. So if you can't see, there's guys on these bikes.
This is gnarly hail. And these
Oh,
guys are on
dude.
open-faced motorcycles
Right.
getting
And you're
absolutely pelted.
like, we must be pussies. Like,
Yeah, for
let's
real.
go.
So I was like, all right, it's not bad.
It can't be that bad out. I mean, those fucking dudes are riding through the hail, and then you're like, yeah, the dude does it on the Grom. I think we can probably just truck on through here and
Yeah, and that's the
do
thing
shit
is
like that.
a lot of the
It
the
dented my
people-
barbecue. It
Yeah, it
legit,
dented the barbecue.
It dented my barbecue for some like miracle from above. His truck did not get dented.
Yeah,
Hell
at
yeah.
all.
That barbecue right there. You see me cooking a pizza actually in,
Good-
while we were
hell
changing
yeah.
Joel's
Just
transmission.
changing Joel's trans.
Call out to Russell. Shout out to Russell with his
Yeah.
badass beard.
So
Yeah.
oddly enough, that experience where that photo was kind of capturing. So Matt Frost ended up meeting up with us somewhere in the mix of this
1 in the
endeavor, and he mentioned to us, he said, "Hey, like, what's going on, guys? I heard about your guys' transmission." And it was a daunting moment for me because, you know, you have Matt Frost, who's a major facilitator of this event.
Super
The
cool, dude.
the guy, like he's
Yeah,
the
like
dude.
he's like the guy, and he comes up to us. He's like, you know what? This is what I miss the most out of anything. What this event is providing, this environment, this experience for people. That this is right here is where friendships for life are made.
We're balls deep in this $12,000 transmission.
You know,
Terrible.
you got
dude.
9 guys looking at and trying to discuss like what happened, how can we fix it, your knowledge, my knowledge, his ranch, my ranch, your elbow, his elbow.
Totally.
And he's like,
Flashlights.
this is where he's like, this is what this event, this is why I created this event, this is where it was inspired from, this is what I miss the most of being part of the event itself, like
Totally.
racing.
And I mean, you know,
Yeah.
dudes from Idaho, dudes from Washington, and dudes
Georgia.
from Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah, man.
I mean, when else would you guys have ever met? And then how fucking cool is Joel? You
Dude.
know,
Oh, absolutely.
I'll tell you just a quick story.
I mean, we got all night. You can tell as many quick or long stories as you want.
Well,
Right.
hey, I just heard that.
Yeah.
Giddy up.
So I used to work for the rail industry, railroad. Remember what you were? Hey, grab some more ice, will you? Grab some more ice.
I just had Stevie bring me another beer, so
My wife's
mean-
outside. You know,
hell
Then-
yeah.
that's the next best thing.
And your brother asked earlier, like, wait, you kicked your wife outside for this?
I got a good woman. What can I say? Kicked right outside for this.
Like,
Whoa.
wait, what in the fuck are you doing, you idiot?
I can't believe he's still watching.
He might not
Anyways.
be. That was from a
I
long
thought that
time
was
ago.
before. So I used to work for the rail industry, there's something called a load box, and that's actually how you dyno or break in a locomotive engine.
Okay.
We ended up having to take this load box to, gosh dang, where do we have to take it? It was like somewhere right above Florida. It was right over by Georgia. We're like,
yeah,
we got to get in touch with Joel and Russell. So Nate Curran did some investigating, found out who Joel's wife was, and started messaging her very creepily, which was pretty hilarious.
Which is awesome. Right.
And he worked out this whole deal about like, hey, my name's Nate. I'm not weird. Here's a video of us with your husband. We're going to come out and we want to surprise him. So we drive ourselves halfway across the country with a trailer and an 18,000-pound locomotive dyno behind us. And we drive all the way out there. We drop it off. And come to find out, they just happened to be having a barbecue that day. Joel and Russell, by the way, they're brothers.
Right.
What? Really?
Yeah, they're brothers. So we they give us their dad's address, and their dad's a super cool guy. Well, I come hauling down their driveway. They have this big, beautiful road piece of land with a long driveway, and I'm just hauling ass down their driveway, honking the horn. And we have a video of it. And Joel goes, "Who's that, Daddy? Daddy,
who's that?
Daddy, who's that?" And
I've got it. Hold on, I found it because I remember this, and I didn't actually read that this was you.
Really?
Hold on one second.
Found it?
I did. I found it. I've got it. Hold on,
because it was on Brady's. It's on Brady's page.
It's on the Race Weekers page too.
Oh, is it? Okay,
it is. And I actually didn't know this was you. That's super duper awesome. Hold on.
Yeah. So we straight up surprised them all the way. Bless you. We surprised them all the way from Idaho. Always
bless you.
This freaking guy.
Yeah.
We surprised them all the way from Washington. Mind you, I drove from Boise to Chehalis, back to Boise in one day because we had to go pick it up and come back and blah, blah, blah. And then drove all the way nonstop. It was like 36 hours to drop this thing off, then to go see Joel and Russell and have this barbecue at his dad's house.
And here it is.
Yeah.
Here it is right here. This is great. And I actually had no idea this was you.
Yeah, this is me, Brady, and Nate.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
How did you find this? You need to send this to me because I have no idea where it's at.
Susie, come! Susie!
Watch this. This is great. I jump out of the door. I step out. I'm like,
Are you serious?
How did you know to come here?
What is going on? Can we just drove over? No.
This is great.
yeah. So these
people are coming in like they make business. Yeah, I mean,
Well, we were.
so these are the friendships that you build.
Right,
over
dude.
race
And
week.
again, when would you ever have had that opportunity to run into a dude in Georgia?
Never, ever.
Ever.
Never, ever.
And then, like, so the next year, Joel shows up at Sick Week, and he's riding solo. And I was like, Joel, dude, can I ride with you for a little bit? And he's like, yeah, totally. And like a week before this, I had messed up my tailbone. I mean, something bad.
Ooh, that's
and
rough.
he's got the seats in that truck are built for a stick up your ass kind of dude.
Super comfortable.
I mean, terrible. Right on my fucking tailbone. But I rode with him for 100 miles. And the best thing I gained out of that was we were talking about boiled peanuts. And because I got some gas station boiled peanuts. And he was like, he looked at me like sideways out of his eye and he goes, if you want some boiled peanuts, you need to come down to Georgia and I'll make you some boiled peanuts. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you don't get good boiled peanuts from no gas station. I make good boiled peanuts.
Hey, that night on that video, that boy made some steaks and god dang.
I mean,
they were delish.
Like chef's kiss stuff.
Man, they were good. Gosh, it was awesome. Yeah, they had some good whiskey. We had some good cigars.
Perfect.
But again, like we drove, I mean, we didn't drive across the country legitimately just to see them. We had a task.
Right. You had some other stuff going, but I mean, you went out of your way.
We will check in. And then they bought, they bought $250 worth of steaks. And then they gave us a couple $100 worth of cigars,
Hell
and we
yeah.
had spent 5 days with them at some point. Like, gosh dang it, man. That's it right there.
That's
You
the
know,
stuff. I mean,
that
that is
is.
that stuff.
It is. It
And
really
now
is.
you've got a friend in him for the
Oh,
rest of your life.
Absolutely.
Exactly. You know,
And
2 years in a
again, like-
row, we changed this damn transmission. We better have a freaking friend for the rest of our
Yeah,
lives.
no kidding.
I know the first time I'm wax on and wax off on this fucking clutch plate.
Yeah, no, hold on. I've got that one too.
That was so funny.
I've freaking got that one too.
Man, Adam, you're on it, man.
Oh yeah.
That was
yeah.
he does this Asian voice that's just killer. And I was like, Den, say something funny into the
What
camera.
you mean, big boy?
That was great.
Oh
Gosh,
my
dang it.
god. All right, I found it. I got it. Hold on. Let's get it going here. I gotta try to manipulate my screen here.
Yeah, we took the transmission out in a O'Reilly's parking lot, and we're trying to find, a T56 clutch.
Yeah, and he had a
whatever,
triple disc
or like a first gen
Monster.
Camaro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he had a
we're
triple.
trying to find a clutch, either a new transmission, parts in between, solutions in between.
Yeah, whatever
Our-
you
We
can
took
come
the
up with.
transmission out 3 freaking times. There you go.
There it is.
This is it right here.
Putting a little texture on the old clutch. Gotta get her to bite there, bud.
I love that it's closed captioned.
Right?
Put a little texture on the old professional.
Yeah, man. That was in an O'Reilly's parking lot right outside.
Putting a little texture on the old clutch. Gotta get her to bite there, bud.
That's awesome.
Jeez,
That's awesome. And it didn't work, by the way. It didn't work. We had to drive. So we're an hour out of Pueblo. He and I had to drive again back to Pueblo to pick up a clutch. And it was a bone stock
It was like an O'Reilly's
185
clutch.
horsepower clutch.
Right.
And we brought it back. We ended up meeting up with this company that had a lift. What city were we in?
I don't know. Fucking, took 30 seconds to drive through it.
It was
a town.
Right,
tiny
you
little
blink
town,
and
but
you're
they had
like,
a
"What?"
shop, and they actually, Adam, this is a damn good story.
Yeah.
We shuffled the clutch. It didn't work.
Yeah.
We're like, we drive across the street from that O'Reilly's. It was like east and across the highway. And there's this dude that sells cars over there. And we're like, hey guy, do you have like a lift or something? Just something, man. And he's like, let me call my buddy. Calls his buddy. They're like, yeah, bring it down to this address. And it's a shop in wherever we were. I can't remember. But full-blown shop, a couple lips. They pull in, we pull in, they're handing us beers. They're like, gosh dang it, this is killer. You guys, we watched this. We watched you on, they actually said to us, we saw you chucking candy last night on
Nice.
the Candyman band.
Hell yeah.
So that was killer. We were there till 10 p.m. before we even left we had to drive from Pueblo back to Kearney.
Okay.
So that was a 600-mile drive. So we didn't even end up getting back until 5 or 6 in the morning. But this guy that was a local, hey,
Just kitty cats.
yeah, I know, she's being annoying. This guy's like, hey, you guys are into cars, obviously. Come over to my barn and check out what I got in my barn. So we mosey over to this like podunk fenced off.
Yeah, like a stick barn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would never know. I mean, it takes legit. It was 2 lights. Like you go from the highway and you go slow down to 35, you slow down to 15, and then you're back to 55, back to 60. It's a blip.
Yeah.
Right.
Blip of a town.
So we go into this.
Yeah, in the shop, and
Barn.
he was like, "Oh, hey, check out my barn. I got cars too. Since you guys are in cars,
It's a freaking
let me show you
museum,
what's going
dude.
Right. Sweet.
He's got an older 80, 87, 88, 89, 454 Chevy pickup.
Okay.
Beautiful. He's got a Buick Grand National,
Perfect.
on.
87. Beautiful.
Willie's Jeeps, Toyotas, you name it.
He's into
FR5
slam trucks.
Bajas.
So he's got
dude.
these slam pickups in another building that he took us to. So it's like, how in
But
the
they're all original builds. They're
Right.
You know, this one's got 800 miles on it. Oh, this one's only got 1,500 miles on it. Oh, this is a Baja Edition SR5 Toyota.
Right. They made
came out
like
of
7 of them.
Yeah, they made out of California,
Yeah.
and it only has 3,000 miles on it, and
Right.
it's on a lift, it's showcase, it's bubble wrapped, you name it, it's just sitting
Crazy.
there.
And he just welcomes us in
yeah,
to show us his spot. And like, never, ever, ever would you be in that situation where some guy's like, hey, come over and check out my car collection
Well,
while you
and-
change your transmission in your pickup. Like,
Right. And
And I'm
who's,
thinking I'm
who's
gonna look
ever
at-
on this road? You know, typically you're just on some interstate and you just you never even know.
never.
yeah, and
ever
I'm
know.
thinking we're gonna roll up to a 85 Cutlass with
Right. Yeah. Some guy. Yeah.
Like-
check out my.
These are like,
check out my
Sweet.
cars, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
82 Camaro, bro.
no, man. He's got a Stingray vet in there, and there's burnout marks all over this. It's
Fuck
an
yeah.
old, like 1800s wood floor. Like the beams are just monstrous.
Fuck yeah.
And there's just burnout marks all over this barn. And there's like this loading dock that there are these big wooden doors you pull back. Like, how freaking cool
Dude,
is
seriously.
that?
Seriously.
Crazy.
Real
Yeah,
quick,
it's
while
weird.
we're just got to get back to Joel McGill real quick. Joel was sleeping and I was partying, and he left his pit bike on the back of his truck.
Notorious.
And I started doing tricks. Here I am.
Where was this? So when was this?
This is at the
Hey,
Angus Inn.
Axel Hodge is over here. Oh yeah, love it.
It's actually a good friend of mine.
Okay, now do something cool. That's kind of cool.
I am doing something cool.
Look at me. What do you think I'm doing?
I mean, what are you talking? This is cool as shit. What are you talking about? Yeah, that
What
was
that?
that
Where
was at
was
the
that? Was that
that was at the Angus Inn, and I think that was probably 2020 because he drove it there.
Yeah. You were. I was gonna say that you drove it with him for 100 miles. He drove that son of a bitch there
Yeah,
from Georgia. Ugh.
totally. So and he had the stock clutch in it when he went home. So
Yeah, because we freaking changed.
as you changed the clutch when he was doing the
Yeah.
art of
Yeah.
machining on. Yeah,
Gosh, I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
freaking awesome. Freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely an experience nonetheless. The old towns, I mean, the friendship, the camaraderie, the task itself that Race Week provides
Totally.
is enduring, and even trailing back to the beginning of where this conversation kind of transpired.
It got off onto this.
Yeah, I got off of that tangents, but that's also part of Race Week. Is we got this agenda to race, but what do we endure in the in between that really makes this? Because you're traveling, you're driving, you're getting lost. Shit, that was the wrong fucking turn, was it? I don't know.
Right.
The map says take a left on this road. The road doesn't exist for some reason. It's because we passed it 5 miles back, and that obviously we're not going to cross it now.
Right.
You have all those in betweens, and the experience that I found very inspirational was that these guys are racing, they're traveling, rebuilding, repurposing, making stuff work with God knows what.
Yeah, just MacGyvering shit together.
MacGyvering things together. Oh,
Right.
this has to work because it's got to work, and there's no
because
other
my
solution.
trailer is way over there. So this is it.
Exactly. Or we don't have the tool to take this off, so we're just going to plug it and roll. And
Right.
that's the part that most people that don't understand the full side of the mechanic end of what these cars endure
Right.
is you see NRH and all these drag things where they rebuild motors within the same time frame, but that's a $250,000 to $2 million
Right. These are
bank that they have.
these are
and
regular
access.
dudes with
These
a
are regular dudes that are pulling these out. They're making connections. They're calling, I don't know, for a 500-mile radius, every O'Reilly's for a clutch, and nobody has one. And you're a ticking time clock. You got
right. You
9
gotta
hours
make a,
before you got to be where you got to be.
that's
or
it.
else-
I mean, or else you're done.
yeah.
Right.
And then go home. Sorry, pal.
Yeah, these are real dollars being spent by real people that work real hard for their money.
Hell yeah, dude.
You
Hell
know?
yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
it's super crazy, dude. And they just do it for fun because they're lunatics.
Yeah.
And
Which is nuts. Every year we're like, why are we here? Like the last day, we're like, what are we doing with our lives? We got to
Right.
drive home now.
right, exactly. And you had a bunch of days because you had to get from Idaho all the way down.
Right.
with a trailer and all kinds of crap. So yeah, I mean, a week-long trip for a lot of people is a 2-week-long trip for you guys.
It's a 12-day. I took 9 paid days off from work with a weekend in between there. Yeah, it's a commitment.
For sure.
is.
And I mean, then you're talking, if you're not staying in Roach motels, a couple $100, and
we had an experience.
Yeah, we perched up in the.
You guys
Still
stayed in the
trail.
Roach motel.
We
I can't
tried.
wait.
We tried. The attendant there wouldn't let us stay there.
Well, I mean, have you met you guys?
No, I'm pretty sure we were in Pueblo. No, it doesn't matter.
You were
were
somewhere.
We were somewhere. Where'd we start this year?
Kearney.
We were in Kearney because it was our second day. And
Yeah, and they said no because those guys were trying to steal wheels in the parking lot.
yeah. So if you know anything about us, like if we've already talked about it, everything's last minute. So we didn't book any hotels. We didn't try to do anything to plan anything. We're like, there's hotels everywhere. So we're done racing. We've been racing all day. It was the second day of our second year. And I was like, I'll find something. No big deal. I used to travel for a living. It's all good.
Right.
Calling around. They're like, oh yeah, we got rooms. Just come on in.
You're second, my first.
Right.
I'm just along for the ride. I'm like, I'm in fucking BFE.
Yeah, you're like, what in the fuck did this motherfucker?
I'm in a van that doesn't have the charging port keeps dying. It keeps
There's
tripping.
no Bluetooth. What the hell?
No Bluetooth. The plug-in isn't working because it's shorting out, and so we're going from 2% to 2% to 3% to 2% back to 3%. We're swapping it so we can communicate.
So we pull up. I've stayed in some flea bag spaces.
Right.
This establishment.
He says
it was 2 a.m.
And you pull up in this.
We pull up in that. Nate pulls up in his Fairmont. Anybody else with us? Yeah, it was just us 4.
Yeah.
And there is a good number of gentlemen on the upstairs, like the old the real shit hotels that have like the base floor,
the railing,
and then they have the second, and then they have the
rail, the box rail,
like the walking area out front.
Yeah.
There was a solid 20 dudes standing, chilling, smoking, fully legal cigarettes.
Right.
Out
Good
front.
for them. Good for them.
And we go to the lobby, and I bang on the window, and this fine gentleman with no shirt on, with a large midsection, comes out and is like, "What are you boys doing here?
What do you want?"
And I said, "I called about the room. You got a room?" He said, "Y'all can't stay here." I was like, "Why not? You have rooms available, don't you?" He's like, "Yeah, we do.
Not for
don't
you.
wanna stay here."
We don't like your kind.
They did not like our kind, so we
With
packed up
that.
and bailed.
Okay, what do you mean? Is it Is it his eyes? Is it Den's eyes in the sticker? What's
we had to drive out of town a bit, but we got her sorted. It was all good.
Hell yes. What is it you guys do when you're not dressed with hair extensions from Den's girlfriend and 24 karat gold vests and light up shoes? What do you guys do to pay your bills?
So I'm a little bit, I don't know if I should be embarrassed about saying it or not, because I feel,
You do OnlyFans?
No. So like I said earlier, I worked in the rail industry for a long time. I ran a locomotive shop for a lot of years, rebuilding locomotives. We sent some locomotives to Africa and to all over the place. I had traveled full time for a lot of years. And so I identified, with the rail industry for a lot of years, but marriage does some things to you. And I ended up with, it's good. It actually is really good. Right. I'm happy for those times of my life when I was single, and, I used to be a dance instructor and like all those things. But now I actually am a board member and officer of a multi-million-dollar concrete and construction supply company. we supply rebar and concrete supplies, basement packages and whatnot to the valley. We have 7 locations. We actually are just opening our 8th location in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho,
Hell yeah.
and expanding from there. So super thrilled to be a part of this company. It's an employee-owned business called Concrete Construction Supply.
Sweet.
I actually, suit and tie type stuff, believe it or not, during the day.
I mean, like you guys,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, us,
See the suit?
that's a great
And,
suit, man.
the
That's,
tie
I mean, you can see his tie right there. And yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, like,
So
suit.
we actually, both Den and I have actually very, very, serious corporate jobs.
real life jobs. Right.
Yeah, that hopefully none of our customers see this because that would be embarrassing. But hey, you only live once. What are you gonna
Tens
do?
and tens of views, man.
Tens and tens, man. That's why we're on here,
Hell yes. Hell yes.
So
And
I got that.
Den,
Yeah.
what do you got going?
I mean, obviously, in the current, he obviously called me up and said, "This thing's done. I'm taking on this big task, and I can't find the perfect person. It seems like you just fit the mold, and let's do it." So there's that. Now we work together on a daily basis, and
His official title is
fleet
and safety
coordinator.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
Which is very odd because in hindsight,
Right. Like you choose the biggest offender to teach the
in my
safety.
daily life, dude, jump off this building. Okay, cool.
Yeah, like this. Like, hey, dude,
hang out the window.
take off your seatbelt and hang out the window. Oh, that's a great idea. Hell yeah.
But in my previous reels, he had the railroad industry. We met cumbersomely through friendship, through a mutual thing. We're both dancers. I teach country swing. I have a dance company that's in the country swing world.
Cool.
Teach line dancing, a couple of swings, and therefore at Country Thunder, we did this big event. I worked Homeland Security, transporting prisoners, booking and processing.
And you got stopped by TSA?
Come
on, bro.
They love me. And then,
They love me. They love me. Look at me.
I mean, they love me.
And so, there's that background. I was an armed officer. Every now and then you get into quarrels. I'm traveling out of country to deliver, pick up, process, sex trafficking and drug trafficking, like you name it. And then we find ourselves in Idaho, working with concrete and
But don't
construction.
let he's being humble. He's also owned multiple businesses. He's responsible for, you have an image of unlimited ammo. There you go. Yep. So that's a pretty substantial business. If you've ever heard of like Dollar Shave Club, they send you razors every month.
Right. They'll send you ammo every month.
Exactly. That's exactly. And so that's his deal. That's what he created. That's his ideas. What's Ricky's last name?
Gutierrez.
Ricky Gutierrez, Tech Buds. That is a millions and millions and millions of followers YouTube page.
Cool.
One of Den's very close friends. He's 26.
Yeah, I think he's bridging on 28 now.
28 years old.
Just really, really cranking it up there.
$1 billion in the bank. $1 billion cash in the bank. So
that's 1,000 millions. If you guys don't know, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. He flips supercars. Super nice guy. I've met him. So don't let him fool you. Very philanthropist.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Awesome.
I got to be 100% honest, and I with all of these, I do a lot of stalking. I got to figure out who you guys are and what you guys are, made of and whatnot, and what's going on. But I'd never heard of this, and that is maybe the best idea I've ever heard of.
Mm-hmm.
And
absolutely,
I was like, I can't wait until I have a little bit of time, because we were kind of hauling a little bit, and I looked up a little bit of stuff last night. But I'm going to sign up for unlimited ammo. You bet your ass.
Well, and they also do. So there's packages, right? There's unlimited ammo, which is the ammunition portion. They have 300 hammer, which if you haven't heard of that, it's a newer round. It's phenomenal. Actually, I should go grab my rifles and show them to you. They're freaking sweet.
Hell yeah.
He's got a tie-in with a rigid defense.
Yep.
We can get. I'll tell you the story. I'm going to go grab my rifle and show you guys because they make phenomenal freaking firearms.
Can't wait.
But they also have they have another package that they send out, mag carriers and just little trinkets and whatnot, and
Totally.
it's so affordable, $20 a month or $30 a month, and you get $80 worth of material. Freaking cool.
And that would be that's one of those things that's kind of cool because you may not try it typically, but if
Yeah.
it just shows up and you throw it on your stuff and you're like, dude, I actually dig on this. Like, this is super
Yeah.
cool. Like
No,
a
it's
ton of that sort of
provide
stuff.
like, you know, 2 perks and a tactical gear kind of thing. So you'll get a discount code, you'll get a $30 waiver to Cabela's, and you might the tactical gear might be like a mag holder.
Okay.
And then we supply magazines that are loaded, and sister company Rigid Defense makes custom rifles. So these are all proprietary to our
Super
brand.
cool. Hell yeah, dude.
And yeah, so
yeah, way cool.
that's custom. That was made to kind of match his Datsun.
Yeah,
And we got ties in with 5013Cs out of Texas that take us on hog hunts out of
Sweet, dude.
helicopters. So we hunt out of helicopters, which is kind of a cool experience.
Just curious, Justin, what are your personal rifles chambered in?
this one right here, this is a 300 hammer. So this is actually a 30 caliber bullet
Right.
with a 223 casing. So it's a
Okay.
super high velocity 30 caliber round. It's specifically designed for hogs.
Okay.
What is it? 2,080 feet per second
Yeah,
Nice.
about 2,700 to 2,800 feet per second with
with a heavy ass bullet.
yeah,
Nice.
it was about
Yeah.
3 times the knockdown of a blackout. So if you're familiar in the firearms world, that's a heavy one that a lot of the U.S. military uses, and this does about 3x that.
Yeah, this is a
Cool.
223.
Distance.
I've got a stack of others, but these are just the couple that
The first two you just grabbed out of the.
yeah. So this is just a home defense 223. So
Yeah.
really clean, really nice. So yeah. Anyways.
Real quick, I mean, you mentioned the car,
Oh yeah. That
Yeah,
was mid process. Yeah.
right? And it's finished now.
It's been finished about 3 times since then. Yeah. But-
Yeah. I like it. What's the latest combo on this? And this is kind of, as I was digging in, I was like, holy shit, these dudes are car dudes
oh yeah.
as well. I mean, like you're into this shit. So
Yeah. So if you
yeah.
want to pull up the other one, actually the 280, that's
no.
another one. Yeah, that one
This
there.
one.
So that car I have had since I was in high school. That was actually my senior project.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
And
that car.
it's a Gen 1 small block, right?
That one, yes, it was a Gen 1 small block. That was a 400 cubic inch small block, punched out 30 over. So it was a 408. We started off with a Duntop 30-30 cam, which is
Cool.
old school.
Yeah, old school, solid,
Really?
solid, mechanical, solid.
Yeah,
Flat tap it.
Open plenum, intake manifold with a. Gosh, I think I had a Edelbrock, 650 carburetor on there with a 5-speed T5 transmission.
Right.
And gosh dang it, I had a blast in that car. So much fun.
It looks like it.
Yeah, I ended up meeting a motorhead that knew way more than I did. He's like, we're going to make this thing fast. So we put some camel hump heads on it, changed the cam, put a T350 in there, turbo 350 in there with a,
Okay.
Converter, 3200 stall converter. That car ran 1120s,
Cool.
back in 2008. So it's
Right.
decently quick, I put a little squirt of nitrous on it. I don't know what it ran. It had to have dipped into the 10s, back in 08. Which for me, as a guy making $13 an hour, I was pumped about that.
Yeah, and it looks good. It's got paint. The whole thing is,
Yeah.
whatever. It's a
Yeah.
pretty sweet little ride.
It was cool. So then we slapped a supercharger on it, put a power glide behind it. It made 545 horse and 545 torque, 500 horse. Ran 1050s. It didn't matter if I short shifted it. It ran 551 at 131 miles an hour every freaking time.
Every
no matter what.
single time.
Every time. Like, blah, blah.
Right.
1050.
Oh,
1050.
550.
Like every time. Didn't matter. Was learning how to tune, figuring stuff out, ended up detonating the shit out of the motor, popped the motor pretty solid. So sold the blower to rebuilt the motor, pretty heavy on nitrous, set up the car as a nitrous car, ran 990s.
Cool.
Yeah. Quick little car, street car. I drove it all over the place.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That setup right there was the 990 combo.
Cool.
And
obviously license plates because that's what we do.
Yep, exactly. That car could have done Rocky Mountain Race Week. Had a big fuel tank, ran cool. It was a solid car, like 10 8-to-1 compression with a shitload of nitrous.
Pretty normal. Yeah.
Yeah. Started blowing through the converter. I turned it up to around 300 horse shot of nitrous, and it just went through the converter. So I was like, well, it's about tapped out at 990s.
Totally.
So that car now is in my garage right now in primer. All the windows are out. It's getting a 488. It's getting a turboed LS setup.
Cool.
I actually have the motor built in my garage, so time to go fast.
Right.
So that's that car. Had that for a long time. If you go to the other blue car that doesn't have the wheels on it with the brakes exposed, so I bought this car. Actually, if you pull up the 350Z,
bam,
that car had an LS1 out of a GTO with a pretty gnarly camshaft installed by Dak Tunes, Brady Davis out of Chehalis, and he tuned it for me. That thing made 400 wheel with a T56 behind it.
Sweet.
Dual disc clutch. That was a full angle kit on the front. That was a drift car.
Nice.
Gosh dang it, that was a fun car. That
Hell
thing
yeah.
was a riot. We would slide around corners all day long with that thing. Had 305s in the back, so they were a little spendy to go through.
Right.
But I traded that car for the 260, which is that one right there. And this car has coilovers, full disc brakes, electric steering. It has a 6-liter in it, twin turbo, full Holly.
Cool.
It's fuel cell. That thing is a ripper. That thing, I had a 600 horse fuel pump in it. And when I data logged it, I was like, oh shit, there's not enough fuel in this thing. So I put 1,000 horsepower pump in it, and now it's happy. So it's got to be making somewhere in the neighborhood of 800 horse.
Nice, dude.
And it's about 2,800 pounds. It's a handful. That thing's a ripper. So it's a lot of fun. It's got a 6-liter in it now. It's got 264 mils on it, T4.
Cool.
Yeah. Nice little cam. It's a sloppy stage 2 cam.
That's what I've got in the Cadillac. That's a great cam, dude.
Yeah. You put some turbos on that thing. Holy smokes. So she
dude.
rips. It gets it. So
and then and Den, not to be left behind.
Yeah, he's got some toys.
I mean, you had the Stance fucking 550.
Yep, that was a project 2 of a car that I had. I don't know if you have photos of it, but this is my second.
I just got a couple.
Yeah, so this is the one that I was bagged. I wanted to wide body it, put a Vortec on it. I wanted to replicate a silver car that I had that was wide bodied.
Okay.
This is a heartbreaker story.
Yeah,
Just get your tissues out.
It took me 3 months. I put about $40,000 into this car. Rebuilt the motor, got it to run ethanol, booster pumps, bagged it, put the wide body kit, repainted it.
Was that the first wide body kit?
The first one. It was the second S550 wide body in the US.
Hold on, I've got something. It's not.
Yeah, number 2. The first one was Toshilu. Yeah, it's the silver one here next to
the silver one on the right there. Yeah.
Silver one on the right. And second one, Static Motorsports out of Arizona helped me get it together. Late night speed shop. I did all this work. Put the burn belt brakes on. Put the 14-inch wheels on.
Right.
With the 335s on there, right? Like extreme rubber for this application to make it run as a street car, 900 daily horsepower on ethanol, wide body.
Okay,
fast. Mustang, right? The show car. I called my insurance company. Hey, I just finished the car. Can I get an appraisal? And they're like, absolutely, we'll figure that out. We'll get an appraisal. You set your dollar amount with the appraisal. He'll justify it. Your insurance may go up or down, yada, yada, yada.
There you go.
And yeah, so this was the Wednesday involved in just before finishing it. And I just had this 2010, which I was selling to one of my good friends, Jake Perkins. He ended up buying that car so I can buy the Brembos from the shop.
Right.
I sold that car to buy the brakes.
That's you sold an entire car
What are
to
we
just
doing
buy
with our
brakes for the other
lives?
one.
Yep, to put the brakes on and whole nine, complete it. And so later that night, I'm going to the hospital. At the current time, pulled up to a red light, and a meth head hit me at 85 miles an hour the day before
The insurance went through.
the insurance guy was
Oh.
supposed to come at noon the next day to give me the appraisal in the event of some catastrophic.
Meth head
And
hitting you at 85 miles an hour.
$100,000 freaking Mustang.
Yeah. And
Oh.
now I'm torched. I'm 3 months. I'm down the drain. They're only going to pay off what's remaining on my loan. They can't give me the value of the parts I had on there. So everything I put on for the last 3 months, I had to strip out in 6 hours because they were taking the car.
Right.
And I'm all mangled up. I'm jacked up. I broke my nose. I set it back straight. Like, I was like, we got to strip all the shit off this car because I'm not taking it.
Let's go.
I was like, I talked to the adjuster. He says a radio for a radio and a wheel for a wheel. So we're taking everything out. And we put a bunch of Honda parts inside my
Giddy up.
Mustang.
Giddy up.
The fucking seats. We put 14-inch Honda wheels on there. We took the 5.0 motor out. We dropped in a Honda Civic. But I bought a $1,500 Honda Civic.
And then just shoved all the
Put
pieces
all the
in.
parts in.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
to the radio, steering
It's a
wheel.
very fuel efficient Mustang.
So they took it away, scrapped it, put it into a cube, and I ended up. Arizona's not at fault state. The guy who hit me didn't have insurance.
So you're done. That's it.
Yep, my insurance, my $1 million policy got ate up because my car hit. So he hit me, and I hit 4 other cars.
Oh,
That's how
perfect.
So I just pinballed.
Yeah. So
I took care of all their medical bills. I replaced all their cars. My insurance company paid for 5 cars and then some. Since I was the only insured driver in the chain of effect here.
oh my God.
And I walked out with like $3,900 after.
You had a
everybody else
$100,000 car.
got
You got
brand new
$39
Audi.
for.
Makes me sick, dude. I've heard this story like 10 times. I'm like, golly.
But
So,
you are a closet. You're a Mopar dude.
yep, in secrecy, I am a Mopar
Don't
guy.
tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone. But dude, you got an A body.
Yep. So I wanted this Duster since I was about 10 years old.
The same car.
The same car, plum crazy purple Duster. That it was in Port Orchard, Washington. So that's kind of a connection between me and Justin. We're both Washington guys, nonetheless. He lived there. I lived there at one point in time in my life, and I saw this car. This is when I sparked the idea that holy shit, I like cars.
Right.
That was rad. I was riding my bike. This car was plum crazy purple. I think it was a 440 edition 72, if I'm not mistaken.
Sweet dude.
And it shook the ground. I never experienced that. And I was like, I want that one day. And so I was driven to be an enthusiast of cars since then. And
Hell yeah. And then
it was a goal. I went to Barrett Jackson with $16,000 to my name when I was about 22 years old, in Arizona. And I was like, I'm going to buy this Duster. There's about 9 of them on the list, and I'm going to buy one of them, hopefully. And so I bought that one for $14,000.
Nice.
As it sat, and then just been a project car ever since. So,
And then
You have a picture of the motor?
yeah, you're building a nasty little small block Mopar.
yep, it is a 410 stroker.
Okay.
Me and Justin actually got to take it back apart because
I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah, it looks pretty, but it runs like a fucking lawnmower.
Perfect. Did it kill the cam or something right away?
No.
It's a whole. Yeah,
if you want to hear it, I can tell you the story.
Let's do it.
Okay.
yes,
I went out to visit.
yeah.
I went out to visit him. He's like, bro, I just got my car done. I've been driving it around. It's badass. It's freaking rowdy. It's good. But I was driving it home the other night and the header broke. Again, who in the world? It's a crazy story, guy. He's like, my header broke and it's broke right at the head. And it's like
so at the flange, yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I got you, dude. Don't worry about it. We'll fix it.
Right.
And this was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And so he fired it up for me, and I know that's bad for the valves. I build motors.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you got to hear it and see what.
Yeah. Right.
Whatever.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, it's got a rowdy cam in it. I'm like, shit, man. All right. But it's, busted header. So
right.
He comes to work here. He moves here. He brings his duster. I'm like, bring it to my house. We'll put it on my lift. Let's go to work. We tear it apart. We get the headers on there. We put it all together.
You have pictures of the build.
Yeah.
Right. There's multiple pictures inside the build. So scroll through that sob.
Yeah.
Let's
Where's
see.
the one? Where's the one that shows the pistons in?
Hold on. I'll need to get actually in the.
Okay.
Bear with me a second, but
You're
keep on
fine.
rolling.
You're fine. This will make the story better.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna quiz the folks watching because I figured it out.
They need to know.
Y'all need to figure it out. So we get the car together. We put new headers on it. We do a couple little things. I'm like, all right, let's freaking go.
Leak down test.
We do all the
carburetor.
We do all the stuff.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I retune this carburetor because
right.
we put a wideband in it because I was like, this thing's running fatter than a pig. So sure enough, we fire it up. It's like 10-0, and then it's like so fat it won't even register on the wideband.
You slap it and it's gunshots. You're in Chicago.
Yeah,
it's back.
Pow, pow. Like, it's bad. So I fix it all. It's all good.
Right. Okay. Whoops.
Yeah. So we take it out, and like, mind you, that Datsun that we looked at earlier was a 408 with a little bit of spray. The thing ran 11 O's off the spray. 990s. That car right there. That was a fast car on motor, and that was like a sloppy put together 400 cubic inch small block. He's got a 410 stroker in this duster, and I'm like, this is the first time I'm driving it. And I take it out and I stick it, and it's like,
right.
And I'm like,
dude. And he's like, isn't it fucking sick, bro? And you're like, yeah, man.
That's cool. That's cool, right?
That's cool. Drink. By the way, that's just broke, and you don't know it.
It's broke. So,
we got about 2-year-old fuel.
Okay. The fuel was super old. We got rid of that.
Good fuel in it.
It starts running better.
Starts running a little better. Still runs like shit.
But I'm like, dude,
we're weed whacker mode.
I'm like,
weed whacker mode.
I'm like, this is a built, aluminum head.
Everything. Yeah.
All the stuff. This sucker should absolutely bake the tires.
This thing should haul ass, dude.
It should move, right? And so I'm like, do you have pictures of the build? You gotta have pictures of the build.
I can't find it.
Send them to me. I'll send them to you, and you can put them up on the deal.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll put them up because I'm gonna tell the damn story before we get the pictures. If Den's not quick, so we're at like lunch or something, and I'm like, you gotta have pictures of the build. So I was like, pull up pictures of the build. So he pulls them up, and there's pictures of like the block after they got it back from the machine shop. There's pictures of the crank. There's pictures of the rods. There's pictures of the pistons. And I'm looking at like the pistons and the rods, and I'm researching on Google. I'm like, this is a 10-8-1 like 410 stroker with aluminum heads. It's got a decent camshaft. It lopes, okay.
I mean, it's big enough. It shouldn't go.
Right. No, it's it's good. And I'm like, this son of a bitch, man. Where's the? Oh yeah, here we go. All right, Adam, I'm gonna send this to you.
Is it one of those?
Yeah. It's this one right here.
Fire it to me in Facebook. That'll be the easiest way for me to pull it over.
Okay. All right. Just bear with me, everyone here.
I'm bearing with you.
All right. You're doing great.
Right, you're doing fantastic as well.
Well,
While
hey,
we're sitting here, why doesn't everyone real quick just drink?
yeah, just grab a drink. Here you go. All right, they're on their way, sir. There you go. Pull those
Oh,
up. would
bam,
you?
got him. Okay, here we go.
Okay, go to the second photo if you would. Okay. This is a very important moment, sir. Right here. Can you go to the next one?
I sure can.
Okay, that's a very important moment.
The pistons are upside down.
Nailed it.
Uh-oh.
They're not upside down. They're in the wrong hole.
Okay.
They're in the wrong hole. That is put together like a Chevy. You got intake, exhaust, intake,
Right.
exhaust, exhaust, intake, exhaust, intake. A Dodge, and I can't quite remember.
They're
but if you look at
backward.
the head,
Right.
if you look at the head,
They're pyramids. It's exhaust. It's exhaust. Like a pyramid. They point together.
they're different. And I'm like, this son of a bitch put this freaking motor together with the pistons in the wrong holes. There's 4 pistons in the wrong holes. I'll bet you got bent valves, and you got probably detonation going on because you got dinged up pistons.
Right.
Because I spun this motor intentionally, like 6,500 RPMs. These motors really aren't supposed to go past like 55,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
wild,
anyways,
dude.
Yeah.
And
So, anyways,
this build was inspired because he called my ass and said, "Yo, my Datsun's running the 8th right now. We're taking it downtown, and yours is still broken. So
Yeah, you
need
have
to
this
fix-
beautiful fucking car. And
Yeah, it's nice.
and it's
nice.
slow. Mine's on the 8th, and we're running fast times, and I'm cruising. You need to get yours fixed up. So when I visit, I'm like, shit. All right. So I do a couple of day trades. I make a quick 11,000.
no big deal. Just make a quick 20K.
Yeah.
And then I can
send
just
that
build this motor real
Yeah,
quick.
that is an
you know.
expensive motor for a Dodge motor, dude.
So I
Fuck
sent
yeah,
it in.
every
I was
Dodge
like-
motor's expensive. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
man.
So I sent it in. I was like, cool. I'm gonna drop it off. I'm gonna not think about it. I'm gonna wait a month.
I'm gonna run 11s.
I'm gonna run
Right,
11.
and 11s, baby. Here we go.
Not, and I'm sitting there.
So this winter,
And you're like-
this winter,
Bro, it kicks ass, doesn't it? Isn't this cool?
yeah.
This car is so cool.
Oh my gosh. So this winter, we're tearing that sucker apart. And I'm like, dude, just hold the hell on. We're gonna put the right. So come to find out, after we had the right fuel in it, I revved it up enough to know that it's not gonna just blow the hell up.
Right.
It's got like it's a 10 8-to-1 compression Dodge motor with the pistons in the wrong hole with like an RV cam. It's like the next step up from stock. It's
Like
like
one-
boom,
yeah.
boom, 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 boom. It's like it's got 15 inches of vacuum at idle. That's
Yeah,
how much.
we found out the chop was coming because spark plug was not working.
Check it out. I can make it low.
yeah. So I'm like, dude, I got you. I was like, we'll tear it out this winter. We're gonna swap some pistons around. We're gonna get a gnarly camshaft. His heads are like, they're good heads. They can handle like almost 700 lift. They're good heads. They're on a rail. They're
it's
heavy
got-
duty
yeah.
push rods. It's got all the good stuff. Air gap manifold. He's got a quick fuel carburetor. It's too small. It's a 650 carb. He needs like a 950 Demon or something. But
Right.
nevertheless, there's good bones there, and we're gonna make this sucker freaking rip. And I'm super excited. So.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, when or if you guys are gonna make the move from road week to race week?
When
Then, well,
Of course he talks first.
well, you see, what had happened about that?
The Candyman van. I was like, I'm coming back. I'm bringing the McLaren. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna do it. We're taking the McLaren. We're gonna race week in a fucking McLaren because
And throw candy out of it,
and throw otter pops.
We're gonna have a trailer full of candy behind a McLaren.
like Tic Tacs. It's just gonna be fucking like BBs
Yeah.
of Tic Tacs going everywhere.
But we all know like absurd dreams, success goals. It comes short and falls short. But
It
we're
happens.
still striving.
It happens.
And
Yeah.
so, oddly enough, we're just one step closer to eventually doing it. And Who knows? We talked about it. We were thinking, okay, cool. I'll get my duster through the winter working. We'll take the duster out. You take the dots in. You'll dress up as Paul Walker. I'll dress up as a bald diesel. And
Bald diesel. Oh,
That's because here's the problem. Your car is quick, but it's got air conditioning. Let's
Right.
not lie.
right. No, it does, and it's
I have
beautiful.
ridden. I have ridden in a full-blown race car for about 10 minutes in 114-degree weather on ethanol with the freaking side exit exhaust with a turbo. Like,
It sucks.
I don't know if I'm man enough for that.
It fucking
I'll be
sucks, man.
honest.
I mean, the dudes that do that stuff are, I mean, legit
They're
superheroes.
hard freaking core, man.
Right. And
And-
I mean, yeah.
They're crazy, and like we were talking about earlier, they will drop, $5, $6, $8, $10,000 just to finish
Yeah.
the freaking race. I have plans of retiring one day, so I gotta be wise with my money.
he's like, the way my checking and my savings.
Yeah, I got it. The way my checking and savings works, if you've ever seen, I mean,
Part of the experience. Who said that? Be a man and post your freaking name, bro.
that's got to be one of the Donovans.
I get it. I
I also do.
maybe one day. I mean, I've got a couple toys that we could potentially make, work, but we really honestly enjoy this side of things.
It's super
Nick.
fun. It really is.
Screw you,
So you did mention. Oh, well, here Pat says to race the Grom. The gas bill's really cheap.
Let's do a supermoto,
And-
bro.
That's Nick.
I'll bring a moped because mo bitches.
Oh shit. But you did
No,
hint a little bit about you guys are already starting to plan for next year.
Yeah, we're it's in the talks.
Easy,
It's
easy.
going left or right.
Easy.
There's
There's a lot of ins and outs.
there's race week. We've also inaugurated ourselves as like
Well,
road weekers in a sense of just
okay.
For our dozen viewers.
I know, but no, I just don't want. Hey, we got
I
to
get
be
it.
mindful.
I get it. I mean, more people are going to
Yeah.
watch later, and I might blab because that's what I do.
Right. So we had discussions with Matt about certain scenarios and opportunities and things.
Right.
What that looks like, we really have no idea. Do we want to go next year? I'm just recovering from this year.
So the answer is yes. That boy.
But we've got, it's like, it comes to a point where it's like all or nothing, right? So
Right. I mean, and how do you top every year?
it's not that hard.
Chill Force
Adam.
One.
Until the rest of the board sees you.
It all comes down to dollars and cents, Adam.
It's cubic dollars, and that's all it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
So
cubic dollars.
all right. So between you, me, and the fence pole and the 10 viewers, you go ahead.
Well, there's the idea of either being race weekers and taking our cars out, fully immersing into the experience as drivers.
Okay. Yeah.
And then there goes, hey, we've been provided an opportunity that we're the ultimate road weekers, and it's just
Dude.
Our humble selves, our
Dude.
ultimate road
like,
Dude, and I mean, if that's a thing, like, I mean, that you guys are it. You're the ultimate road weekers.
yeah, fuck yeah, we're giving out otter pops, fucker.
I mean, and whipping those fuckers, especially in Pueblo. I think
Yeah,
you
right.
knocked a kid off his feet at
Dude, I
Pueblo
was
with an
winging
otter.
it,
I mean,
man.
just whipping that. I mean, yeah, it was good.
But
And
in
that
a
kid,
sense,
and that kid wasn't a little kid either. He was like a kind of a chunky kid. And, I mean, you got him good. And
You
the
know who
new
you are,
otter
you son
pop,
of a bitch.
Yeah.
You're
the
watching.
new otter pop. I mean, I'm just saying, it's not like the old otter pop. It doesn't quite have the girth
yeah.
that it used to have. So I
We
mean,
we made for damn sure we didn't skimp on our otter pops.
you
We bought
didn't. It's just
name
I mean,
brand otter pops.
it's not a you problem. It's an otter pop problem.
we got the 1.8
2 ounces
ounce.
ain't a damn enough. All right.
Right. Exactly. No, but yeah, dude.
But
That stuff was crazy. But
So-
the ultimate road weaker.
Yeah, where we provide the experience. We live in the environment. We do it all. We're entertainment. We kept the energy up. We're facilitating with the environment. We're having squirt gun fights with the kids,
Yeah.
keeping them involved, the adults involved, handing waters. We're there discussing and helping and driving and throwing our own elbow into fixing these cars with them when we get to throw in that shit to fix. You know, hey, we're calling you guys in. Can you help us? And we're like, yep, this is our one task that we get to help you with. Let's do it. And clock us in and clock us out. Like, we're there.
Hell yeah.
Then we're thinking, how can you top this?
How can you top what we
How
did?
can you top this
Right.
off?
And then I mean,
And the idea came to us in about 0.2 seconds. We're like,
yeah.
Oh shit.
That's how we do it.
That's the problem. Freaking reefer trailer.
We're gonna call it
Semi
Chill Force 1.
Chill Force 1.
There it is. Pat Cook says.
Nightclub style. Freaking laser lights, speakers.
I mean, you
open bar.
probably need to get Narcan if you do some shit like that.
Narcan. What's that? Is that drugs? What is that?
That's what you give people when they're overdosing on opioids.
Oh,
Because
shit.
that's what it's. I mean, it sounds like you get in there and you pretty much just take fentanyl.
It's a reset drug.
Yeah. So it's an idea. It's an idea.
Yeah.
It's an idea.
For now.
Okay. All
We're
right.
talking big time. You know, there's a lot of money. You know, to do that. It was expensive to do chill trailer, but we haul our asses across the freaking country with a semi.
You have a sponsor. One Source
provide
Portable
air
Air
conditioning.
wants to provide the
Yeah,
air
One
conditioning.
Source portable. I own freaking 4 portable air conditioners, bro.
Well, I mean, he wants to help more.
Hey, I appreciate it.
I want this
Giddy
thing
up.
Sub-Zero. I want a
We want to wear
coat
we,
rack at the front.
we want a coat rack at the front. Like, have you ever been to that freeze bar in Vegas where you have to put on the parka?
No, but I've
When-
seen it. But I've
We
seen it.
want that business. We want to check your freaking coat out at the front, check it out at the back because you got to get your ass out of here because it's so cold. And then we rotate. So it's like, you know, almost like an igloo type experience.
I dig on that.
You know,
I
and
dig
it's a
on that.
BYOB. It's a BYOB. You bring your own
Right. You're
gear.
not selling anything.
No,
You're
no.
not providing anything. Whatever
Yeah.
you happen to bring into the trailer is your business.
Yep, we'll keep it cold for you. Pick it up when you pick it up, and it's as simple as that. And
Giddy up, dude. I
have
like
a corn
it.
dog or few, and
I
So
like
I
it.
don't know.
who knows?
Like I said, that is.
I mean, we're just throwing it out there.
we're
I mean, just maybe.
you know, it's an idea. It all starts with an idea, right? It's
Here's
just
the
like
thing,
minivan
and-
van. It's just like chill trailer. It all starts with an idea.
Well,
but
and we've never had a semi compete in Rocky Mountain Race Week.
right.
So if you
Oh,
bring
dude,
a
what if you
tractor
build a race
trailer
semi?
with a reefer trailer, I bet we can maybe figure out getting you guys on the track somehow with that.
Oh, we could pull it. We could put a haul trailer in there.
You know what I'm saying?
680
You see what I'm
horse, 3,000 horse.
we met. Hey, this
It
is
doesn't
actually,
need to be fast. It just needs to do it.
Well, we met a guy while we stayed the night in a Walmart parking lot the first night this year. And this dude had a freaking cattle hauler. And I'm not making this shit up. He built the thing from the ground up. It made 2,500 foot-pounds of torque.
Hell yeah.
And how much horsepower did it make? 1,800?
Yeah, 1,800
1,800 horsepower. And
Hell yeah.
he said he's called every driveline company in the country. And he said when he's loaded up with a full, you know, trailer full of cattle, he said he would get on it and it would just twist the driveline up. And I was
Holy
like,
shit.
oh yeah. No, and these are like,
Nice.
you know, thousands of dollars worth of drive lines.
Right.
And I was like, have you ever blown the doors off of any like, you know, hopped up trucks? And he's like, dude, at a Cummins, built transmission, aftermarket turbo, tune. The thing made like, you know, a decent amount of power.
Right.
He was loaded, fully loaded. He said 80,000 pounds of cattle, and he dusted that Cummins.
Hell
I
yeah,
believe him.
dude. Hell
This
yeah.
thing was wicked, dude. Underglow, interior lights, badass stereo. He popped the hood. Everything was polished, beautiful, big turbo. Like, are you kidding me? The thing
Hell
was
yeah.
out of control.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, dude, we just passed 2 hours and 9 minutes.
Whew, sorry, dude.
That's okay.
We
I'm
talked-
not. Don't ever apologize for being on here long. This is a blast, dude. Are you having
I'm
fun?
just working on my second drink.
See, atta boy. I
You know
just
what?
finished my third. I'm out. I mean,
Actually, to end race week in a nutshell, the ceremony was great. We were being a riot. I know we were being a riot because you were trying to talk and we were being loud.
I don't give a shit. It's all, look at this. Look how much fun you guys had.
We had the slow Donovan, the fast Donovans all yelling, and we were hooting and hollering.
Joel, Nate,
We
Brady.
were creating that experience. But actually, the cherry on top for me was the experience at the All for Seeing Buffalo Wild Wings.
Did you go?
No, but we were having a
God.
we were
Did you
having
hear
a
about it?
party. I heard a little bit about it, but I need to know more. But we were at the hotel having a hotel party, and then
What'd you hear?
dudes from Buffalo Wild Wings came over to our party. So the Aussies came over.
Oh my
after.
gosh! The Aussies came over.
The Aussies came over after, and we were laying it on too. And we had shit. Who in the hell was all there? It was Adam Crago and Zane freaking El Bobo was there, and yeah. But the Aussies showed up after.
What did they say? What did they say? Because I know what they did.
Well, they didn't say much, to be 100% honest with you.
Good man.
We were in the process of getting kicked out of our hotel room because Adam Crago was arguing with the manager about us having to. She was like, "You guys have to go. Like, I'm going to call the cops." And Adam was like, "Do you run the Kirby in my room?
Yeah.
You don't know shit about nothing."
B-Dubs 2.0 is what that sounds like.
So tell me about B-Dubs after Rocky Mountain Race Week.
Donovan, are you still on here? Fast
Yeah.
Donovan, are you still on here?
Fast Donovan, are you on here?
Please.
So he's well, I'll leave it at this until we catch up. He was the pew pew pew.
It says yes. Pew, pew, pew.
Pew pew pew.
Of the whole night. So we roll up. We're about 50, 60 people deep. They the lift guy. What's that gentleman's name? The
gentleman.
guy.
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut Welding.
Oh yeah, totally.
He was there.
Michael.
He said, "Come to freaking."
So
Buffalo
we're
Wild Wings.
going to Buffalo Wild Wings. We got invited. You guys should go. It should be a good time. They close at 2.
Right, they close at 2.
We
Got
come
it.
around. We get there around 1.
It was
They sat them and a few others, you know, and then they tell them, "Hey, you guys."
It was
are the
like
last
12:56. They
Yep.
set them.
people. And you guys are the last people we're seating tonight. And then we all kind of start coming in. Hey,
Mhm.
you know, we have 6 in our party. We have
1:05
8 we have 4 in our party.
in the morning.
And he goes, "Oh, our manager says we can't seat you."
1:05 in the morning.
1:05.
Right, right.
And we're like, "Oh, how come?" There's like, "Oh, we just can't." There's no explanation, no rhyme
Right.
or reason.
We don't
have
like
an
you.
hour. We don't like you. Somebody goes,
We're dressed
We're
like
all
this.
there. We're 45, 50
We're
people.
dressed.
And I'm like, "Bro, you gotta get us in here. You know, I'm on the list, I'm telling you." And
On the list. I got the McLaren out front.
Yeah.
Donovan goes, "I'll give you $2,000.
$2,000 because he had just
if
won.
you, if you will
Right.
sit, if you will sit all of us."
Yeah.
And me being the cabana boy to Matt Frost's wife goes, "I will give you another $2,000 if you sit us."
Holy
Wait,
shit.
But June
Yeah,
and
June-
Matt. Yeah, this was
Yeah.
June that
Yeah,
said this.
June said, "I'll give you an additional $2,000
Holy
So
shit.
Matt and June showed up.
as a tip
Yeah.
if you will seat our guests and what
Right.
we're here for."
$4,000
Yeah.
on the table for tip
Nice.
for B-Dubs for 60 people. Not even
Nice.
60 people.
Yeah.
Like 50 people.
At this point, some people left and they're like, "Oh, let's just grab
For the
bites."
4K, like, let's go.
Yeah,
That was tip, not including what we're going to
Yeah, we're
buy.
gonna eat.
Drinks and
so. There goes. Okay, you guys will take your order,
but we're not going to see you.
but we can't seat you. But you guys are more than welcome to be in the parking lot and eat and to drinks. So they gave us like. So what was his name?
Nick.
Nick goes, "I'll have 36 24-ounce beers stacked."
Yeah.
And they're like,
30 freaking beers.
"Got it." And so we're handing them down. We're butterfly effect. With take a beer. And
Fast
they go,
Donovan answered the phones, I guess.
Yeah, Fast Donovan.
I
was
answered-
answering the
well,
phones. Justin was.
He didn't answer the
phones.
phone. Hold on. The phone rings. They said, we're not going to see you. And the phone rings. I'm like, Buffalo Wild Wings, how can I help you? And it was a Rocky Mountain Race Weeker. And they're like, you guys open? I said, you bet your ass we are. Come on down.
And the manager, he's got the phone. The manager's like, oh, sir, please give that back.
Then
I have heard none of this. This is great.
Yeah. That's when the phone so that's when the additional 10 Rocky Mountain Race Weekers show up because I answered the phone and I gave them a 10% discount, mind you.
That's when the Aussies showed up. They're like, can we get some food?
We could get some
They're
food
there.
and some bangers and some beer.
So they're there. We're all beard up and
In the
obviously
parking lot.
They're little.
Well, at this point, yeah, because they wouldn't let us inside.
But at first they go, okay, since you guys can't all fit in here, you guys can drink in the parking lot. Now, knowing the entertainment industry, I was a big promoter in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Right,
I was
you
like,
can't
that
fucking
is-
do that.
That is the number one thing you do not do as any establishment.
Right, you can't fucking do that.
So they
No,
they
they're
pushed
saying we're
all
just walking
45
out with
of
like
us.
30-ounce beers. Like, let's go to
Right.
the parking lot.
And we're waiting for food. There's this kid saying, I don't want the tip money. I'm good to go. I'm like, you make
Oh, yeah, dude.
$11 an hour. You are not good to go, you little Honda banger.
Yeah, he's like got blue hair, freaking gauged ears, big ass nose piercing. And we're like, bro, we're gonna give you $4,000 in a tip. He's like, I'm good, bro. I got enough money.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I got
Right,
stuff to
yeah.
do tonight, and I got plans. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what plans?
Yeah, dude.
You have at
I want to give
19.
you $4,000 in cash. Like,
Yeah,
At
there was 4 dudes
19.
there. That's
Right.
$1,000 an hour worth of freaking tip, dude.
right, all you need to do is freaking serve us 32-ounce beers and
Which they did anyways.
Right.
They did it.
They
anyway.
did it anyway.
Fuck, that's
They
so
stayed
good.
there. We were out in front of their establishment.
Until like 2:30 in the morning.
2:30 in the morning.
They served us. They gave us the food. They did all the stuff anyways. The difference.
And
was
you
we
were just in
sitting
the
down-
parking lot,
just in the
breaking
parking
all
lot,
the rules.
and we weren't trying to be assholes, but we're like, you aren't going to seat us. We're not going to tip you, right? When we
Right.
offered them $4,000 in tips, I mean, we're like, come on, guys.
Yeah,
Come
what,
on,
what
man, like-
service are you providing other than giving us to-go boxes?
Right.
In hindsight. And so,
Oh,
but
that's
you know,
fucking
nonetheless,
funny.
it made the experience that much
It was
better.
so fun.
That
Gosh
is
dang it.
funny.
We were out there, we're eating wings. Everybody's, Donovan orders, I don't know, like 1,000 wings. What did he order? He orders.
The Aussies ordered a burger that they didn't even touch. And they're like, oi, anybody want a burger? I haven't even touched it. And I was like, yeah, bro.
It's an untouched burger.
Untouched burger. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. And he sets it down. And I'm like, yeah, it's freaking cheeseburger. Heck yeah. And he like walks away. And then he comes back and he's like, boom! And he just smashes it with it.
And you're like, bro, I wanted the
I'm quit
burger.
laughing. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
So us wilders, we had these micro penises that stick to metal. Pink.
Oh,
The
yeah.
magnets.
I've got one on the fridge right now.
Yeah, Donovan had one. He was holding it. And so he runs around, and eventually the night carries on, and he's getting overzealous, and he is just humping every leg that is around.
with the little micro.
And he's
With this micro little magnetic penis. But this part, so he decides, and Matt, you can vouch for this, and June when you're on here. Donovan goes around. He's like pew 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 to every single person. Yeah,
Right.
He gets to June, and he just stays there. He doesn't move. And everybody loses it, man. It was so funny. Oh my god! But like, what the frick, man? Like you again.
Oh,
only
that's
Rock Mountain
freaking
Race
great.
Week. Like, what a good time. Gosh
Oh.
dang it was fun.
Holy, I had never heard that. That is freaking amazing.
Yeah,
I had
can't
heard a
believe the
little bit of
Aussies
what
didn't
was
tell
going
you.
on there, and basically it was just that everyone was super fucked up. I had no idea that we were offering $4,000 worth of tips
Yeah.
to get into the Buffalo Wild Wings. That is
You
freaking great.
handed Donovan's dumbass a bunch of cash for winning his
Yeah.
First place.
Love you,
Right,
Donovan.
and so he's
Just
like,
joking.
Hey, I got
No,
5,000,
just
whatever.
$2,000,
Here you
no big
go.
deal.
And then the Aussies are bantering. They're like, "We have fun too." In Australia.
Yeah, what was it called?
And
What was the event called?
I don't know. What was it called?
Summer Gnats.
Yeah, summer
We
nap.
got salmon nights.
Sa-
We got salmon nights.
We got summer gnats.
So Donovan's like, we're going to Australia.
I got $5,000.
Oh yeah, man. It was an absolute shit show, but gosh
That
dang
is-
it was a good time.
That is fucking awesome. That
It
is
was so
awesome.
fun.
Lolly water.
Lolly water. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oh
yeah,
my
and
gosh.
it was good. So they showed up at our hotel right after this, and they pull up, and we're in the parking lot, and there's, I don't know, 3 or 4 cars and maybe 12 or 15 people. And we've been partying all night, dude. We're pretty fucked up. And they come pulling in, and they pull up right to the front of where we're partying in some, I don't know, dude, Suburban, and lay on the horn. And it's like 3 a.m, and we're in a
Of course.
hotel.
It's 7 a.m. their time.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So it's time to wake up.
So no big deal. and yeah, dude, the manager comes out and is like, "No fucking way! Like, are you kidding me? Like, shut this down right now!" And
Now
they're
we're
like,
getting
"Oi,
countryers out of here.
yeah, what does that count for us too?"
You're not
And-
freaking English, Adam. Come on now.
Whatever. Either way. But fucking wild, dude. It was fucking crazy. And then, yeah, the lady comes back out like 15 minutes later, and she's like, "I was actually serious. Like, you guys cannot, like, it's time." And that's when Adam, he's just got the Kirby and you guys cleaning my room, And then he goes upstairs, Adam Crago, he's got the Nova, Pro Charge Nova, badass car.
Yeah.
And right before his wife is there, and she's taking everyone home, and she's sober, which is great. And she's like, "You shut up. You get up to the room and you shut up." And he's like, "Okay." And so Stevie and I are walking back to the room. His door is wide open in the hotel, and he is passed out face down on his bed. And it's like a minute after that. I mean, so he made it into his room and just gone. But that was some good stuff, man. That was some damn good stuff.
I wish I could. It's like I wish I could clone myself to be in all the cool places all at one time. Because there's so many fun things going on.
Here's what Adam said right before he went upstairs. "Y'all want to listen to some Hank Williams Jr. or no?"
Yes, sir.
Oh shit!
Gosh, dang it!
All right, I'm gonna run you through the Q&A section. If you're still hanging on here, God bless you,
dude,
for partying.
I'm
with
feeling
us.
great. We're just getting warmed up, man.
2:20, dude. I mean, 2 hours and 20 minutes, and we're just having a blast here. This is great.
This is great.
Finishing hard.
We're still
here.
in character. We haven't even gotten serious yet.
You haven't even stripped out of character. It's free. Hey, bro. Welcome to the Chill Trailer, bro.
I shampooed and conditioned my hair earlier.
Perfect, dude. Hell
for this
yeah.
interview.
You look pretty. If I were a chick or gay,
easy now.
I mean,
don't get me all excited.
But if you're still hanging in here, ask some questions if you want to hear it from the Chill Trailer boys, if you will. And again, dude, Dan and Justin, dude, thank you guys. This is so much fun. I'm having a blast.
We did. So I will tell you this. We did start. This is ridiculous. Give me a break. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
this is a joke,
bro.
We're not serious.
That's
whatsoever.
Not you? Really?
We're actually more serious, like business professionals than this. But hey, we just
you got to let it loose once a week out of the year.
But we did start it. We did start a Chill Boys YouTube channel. Or I'm sorry, Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And so we are going to intentionally dress up and go do stupid nonsense.
What's the Insta handle?
I think Chill Boys.
Let me look. Hold on.
I'll put it in the comments when we get it.
All right. Hold on. It's
so you guys can follow them doing their idiotic shit.
Yeah, it's real nonsense. Is that the handle? It's Chill Boys, ChillBoys 8.
Chill Boys 8.
Yeah.
Bam. There it is.
There you go. So that's the Instagram, and we're just gonna
just see what happens. I mean,
find us at your local city, dude.
Yeah.
Right. So right. Exactly. If you want to book the Chill Boys, reach out to them on Insta. and they will come out with a fucking chill trailer and whatever else you want, man. And
Yeah.
they'll
We've
throw-
already been invited to a pretty serious drift event out here. They're like, bring the chill trailer.
Hell
Kevin
yeah,
Shanahan,
yeah.
shout out to you.
Had a boy.
Yeah, the FT guys are coming out, so we'll see.
So these are questions I ask everybody on this thing. And like I told you kind of in the previous section, they're sort of race week based, but because you guys have a lot of background too, like it can be anything. So for each of you, what's the largest thrash that you've been a part of?
Is that a party?
No thrash, like changing a motor, changing a
I mean,
transmission.
it could be your biggest party. I don't give a shit.
He's got more. He's talking about parties. This guy freaking.
Yeah.
The biggest. I mean, as far as the biggest thrash, it had to have been this year with Joel's transmission. The way that went. So last year, the way that went is we left Pueblo. He got about an hour out. He got on it a little bit. Midday. And he's like, yeah. And it slipped. And he's like, I can't drive 600 miles like this. So we pulled the transmission out. We roughed up the discs. We put them back in. We're like, take it for a rip. And he went for a rip. He's like, nope, there ain't nothing there. So that's when we went to the shop. We changed the transmission. We got a stock clutch. That was rough because we left early in the morning. It was literally duplicated. It literally was. Same track, same freaking truck. We didn't leave like Pueblo until 10 p.m. and we had 600 miles to go, and we rolled into Great Bend at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I do a little bit of side hustle and stuff. I'm a product representative for a hypercar company out of Argentina. It's called the Elasian Hypercar. It's been on Top Gear and whatever.
Cool.
But we had a meeting with
that morning at
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
11 a.m. I had a meeting.
9 for you.
Yeah, it was
Because of the
early.
time difference.
Right.
Yeah.
It was the Bank of Bolivia. These guys are worth billions and billions of dollars.
And this isn't like, like the like Crown Prince of Jamaica.
Yeah, legit.
Like legit.
Yes.
Right.
And I had to get up after 2 hours of sleep and like sell this.
He was like this. He's like,
this car is so freaking cool,
yeah,
bro.
I had to sell this car. I had to sell this
Bro.
car to like some Crown Prince of whoever the frick knows where, some oil company, whatever.
Right. And I mean,
so that
meanwhile, you're driving this.
We slept in that shit that night, right? But that was pretty rough. But I would say that this year probably topped that because the transmission was straight up broke. We weren't quite sure what we were going to do. And so we pulled the transmission out. Matt Frost was there until about 2 a.m. We got it diagnosed at 4 a.m. and we're like, this shit is busted. We can't fix it.
Right.
And so 4:15, we're sitting there. We're looking at the maps. We're like, we got to figure this out. Den drove to Denver from
Tom Stark's shop, which is I-70 in Washington, which if you're not from Denver, dude, it's in the hood.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, it's
for real.
Right.
Yeah.
It is in the hood.
Those smelling salts that y'all see on Facebook for like working out.
Right.
That shit's no joke. So go ahead and buy that.
Yeah.
that works.
It
turns out.
It's brutal. It is brutal. But yeah, so we drive to Denver. We get there at 5 a.m. We pass out. We're sleeping in this truck for like an hour and a half. These guys are like, hey, who are you guys? And we're like, give us your transmission.
Yeah,
load up the
give us a
transmission.
free transmission, bro.
Yeah, we get back to his truck at 10 a.m., 10 a.m., whatever.
Yeah, I was delusional.
Straight up.
Weekend.
We were tore up. We slammed this transmission in there. There you go. That was about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But Brady, Nate, and Russell, those three, and actually Brady's on the car. But anyways, they show up at about, I don't know, it was 10 o'clock in the morning. They got a good night's sleep. Den and I are like, you're on your own, dude. We're going to bed.
Have fun. See ya.
They jump in.
Here's your transmission. Fuck off.
Yeah, and it's mounted. It's mounted by that point. They just got to mount. They just got to hook up like the slave cylinder and the drive line.
Right.
We pass out in the chill trailer for a while.
No, there's a backstory. So we get there. I took a shit again. 20 minutes there. He goes to the bathroom. He's getting tired. We unload the transmission, and then they're running the racetrack. There's these 2 girls that are running
Oh,
pilots
gosh.
for training, or I don't know,
Yeah.
they're road drivers.
The guy that owns Pueblo Motorsports Park, it's his daughter.
Yeah, it's his daughters
Right.
where they're racing. And they were like, "Oh my god! Like, what are you guys doing?" They're like, "What's this?" So the boys are having a riot. They're like, "There's just entertainment. There's these, GT3 Porsches running around and
Right.
having a good time." The guy that was running the cafeteria said, "Hey, let's put your stickers inside the wall. We're doing this compliment." And so there's this movement. Even in the middle of the day, we're still experiencing Road Week.
Right.
And so we get the transmission mounted, and we're like, okay, and not necessarily mounted fully, just like in the
It's in
tank.
there, right.
It's in the
In
hanging.
place,
It's in
right.
zone. Y'all fuck with the rest.
Yeah.
We're out.
It's holding its own weight, and we're out of here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're going. We fire up all the freezers or the air conditioners, and so we're in heaven. We're just laying out.
Right.
4 hours later, we wake up. Hey, we got it fired up. We hear him fire up the truck. We're moving this. Next thing you know, we find ourselves leaving, and it's been 2.5 days. We haven't slept.
We haven't showered.
And we're
Right.
like, "Oh, dude, does that box over there say showers?" And there's showers at Pueblo Motorsports down out of the areas. We're like, "Dude, let me hit that shit up right now."
Right.
I'm
I
gonna
need a
go
shower
there.
bad, dude. I'll feel like
So-
a
Bad,
whole dude.
bad. It
All
was
they
rough.
had were the girl showers. So we're like, "All right, we're putting on our wigs.
Yeah, we got it.
We're going back there." He's in the shower. I get his beard clippers. And I was like, "Dude, it's so hot." And I strike myself. And I was like, "Oh shit." So I ended up having to shave the whole side of my head, but
It didn't turn out
it
good.
did turn out good. And
So you're not a
I
barber.
get out of the shower.
You
and
do
I'm
a
like,
lot of stuff, but you're not a
I'm
good
like,
barber.
"What are you doing?" He's like, "Dude, I fucked up real bad."
You don't say.
And so
And
there's
so
that.
this is you with your fucked up actual hair.
I fixed it. I fixed
he
it.
fixed
I
it.
fixed it.
Tapered me up. Good enough to get through the road.
That was
Oh,
post Joel
fuck.
transmission.
Yeah, we get the transmission and he's fired up. They do a few test runs just to make sure it's drivable. They start hitting the road. And so we find ourselves with a, prospected 5 to 7 hour trek back.
37 hours a week. Yeah, which is probably nothing to melt down Firebird, but
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
But
he
I
was
mean,
there. We actually
taking-
passed him on the way in.
We did,
On the way
yeah,
out,
roller.
he was coming in, and so we're just enduring the endure, and
Yeah.
we're, doing what it's inspired to be, and help Joel out. He's back on the road, so we felt fully accomplished. They got it in.
that's awesome.
The 2 boys are rolling out. We're following behind, and we're on to the next check mark, the final location, and
Shit, yeah.
that's what it is. And I don't even know if anybody ever mentioned, but we saw a bear too
Holy shit.
on this year's trip.
What?
Yeah, it was who was it? Purple Donovan car.
Donovan Linwood.
Linwood had trailer troubles. His trailer ball or the hitch anchor the welds were snapping.
Okay,
So
got
his
it.
trailer's falling off. So he's like, "Oh, dude, my trailer's swaying all over. I got to pull over." We pull up into this trailer park. And next thing you know, all the trailer park people are outside because there's a bear rummaging through everything.
Holy shit. And you guys are just like, hey, man.
Yeah, we pull up and we're like, he's like, "Oh, dude, there's a bear." And I was like, "What?
Oh
There's
my
a
gosh,
bear."
The bear.
Oh,
And so
shit.
we're getting in. My dumbass is trying to get as close as possible.
Yeah,
He's
of
talking
course.
to- Did you tell him about this part?
We just got there.
He's got his girlfriend. So we've been watching this bear. Did you tell him about Donovan's broken hitch?
Yeah.
Yes.
The hitch is,
Okay, the hitch is broken. We pulled into this trailer park. The president of the trailer park is all pissed off that we're in there.
See the bear?
Oh, dude, like a big bear.
Yeah.
So this is the funniest freaking thing that happened during all of race week. He's talking to Avi, which is just right outside, on FaceTime.
I'm FaceTiming like this, looking
Like-
at my phone,
like,
looking at the
Baby,
bear.
look at my bear.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah, and he's like, "Babe, there's a bear right here." And so he's like, I'm a pretty good gauge of distance. We are parked about 50 yards from the bear. The bear's cool, whatever. Den's like, babe, you got to see this bear. And he starts like walking towards the bear. And he's watching the bear. And there's the president of the trailer park. There's about 15 trailer park folks. There's Donovan, slow Donovan. There's fast Donovan. There's me and Den. There's Nick. There's Joel. There's Russell. There's a whack load of people. And we're all watching freaking Den.
And all these high performance cars are just blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah.
and the president's like, "Fuck you guys, get out of here!"
It's like, get your asses out of here. It's quiet time.
Right.
But
This
he's
is a
watching-
respectable trailer park.
Yeah,
You can't have idiots like you.
We
bringing
are in our hair.
bears.
Yeah,
We're in our hair, by the way. We had our outfits on.
That's perfect.
And he's like walking towards the bear. He's like, babe, look at this bear. And he's like 40 yards, like 42 yards, 30 yards.
Right.
And he gets like close.
I would get like 25, 30 yards.
He's close.
Close enough. Right.
Yeah.
Very good.
And he's watching his
and
phone.
you're
He's like,
in this
babe,
bush.
look at this. Look at this bear, And we're all watching him. And this bear, and I see it, like, I'm watching the bear because I'm like, if this bear comes after him, I'm gonna have to try and save my buddy, right? I'm just sprint after this bear. So this bear is like in the trash. It's like, kind of like, okay, you're over there. And he just goes, oh, and he puts his like paws on the ground.
Right,
and
right.
lunges at Den. And Den's like, babe, look at this bear.
Hey,
Right.
lady,
And the
oh
bear
my God.
lunges, and the freaking funniest thing ever. It's like the bear lunges, it goes, huh, and Den's like, babe, look at the bear. Huh.
He's like, yeah,
2.5 seconds later, after this bear's about to kill Den, he's like, oh my gosh, and he runs back towards us. Gosh,
Like
dang
it's
it.
super delayed.
Every
Oh my
single
God.
one of us are like rolling, laughing. You almost died, and there's like 30 people in the president of the trailer park. All the race weekers, all the trailer park folks are like, "You're an idiot."
You are
I'm blind. I'm blind, Adam. When he's that small on my phone, I couldn't see the depth perception of him lunging at me until I heard the rocks ruffle, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh, he's closer than I thought. Yeah, when his spit hit you, you were like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah, I got to get out of here. Gosh, it was funny.
God. Oh shit.
Yeah, ridiculous. Meanwhile, the mosquitoes were eating the shit out of them.
Oh, it was insane.
Yeah. It was fun.
But look, they sent us a video of the bear. It was running around this trailer park,
dude.
rummaging through everything, causing a riot.
Yeah, it was
It was like
experience,
Cocaine Bear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Tell me about the one that got away. Which each of you guys, which car have you sold that you shouldn't have sold?
For me, it was that black Mustang that you had posted.
The airbag
Yep.
one?
This one.
The bag one. That was 2.0. I was going to make it better. I was going to do it cleaner.
That was a nice car.
And it was right in the heat of COVID. I was paying employee wages that I probably shouldn't have been paying, but I was being a nice guy. And
Right.
stores were opening, foot traffic was opening. I was like, I'll get rid of this car. It should last another 2 months. In hindsight, I should have just kept it.
Oh, that's a
And-
clean car. That's a super cool car.
Yeah, it's super. It was like the project car of my project car in the modern muscle world. Like I was
Totally.
like, okay, I'm not gonna skimp. I'm gonna go
Go all out.
better. I'm gonna do the work myself. I'm gonna take time with this. And yeah, that was for me, that was the car that got away personally.
Totally.
Because it was a big dream that just got unfortunately cut short.
It happens.
Yep.
Luckily, they still have S550 Mustangs.
Oh yeah, and I still
out
know
there.
the guy who has it, and he's
Oh.
who I sold it to.
Giddy up.
He lives out in Pennsylvania. Still has the car. He's only put about 12,000 miles on it since he bought it. back
Hopefully, it's
in
not rusty.
2021. So I mean, there's a plus. Maybe I'll buy it back one day. Who knows?
Giddy up. Justin.
I'm pretty content with the decisions and choices that I've made with the vehicles, with the exception of one. I had a 1997 240SX,
Cool.
Kirky front end, built 2J,
Okay.
Berg Warner I think it was like a 70 mil turbo on it. I learned how to rebuild 2Js really, really well. They're not indestructible, I'll just tell you. But
it turns out.
Yeah, no, they're not that strong. Turns out we had a bunk ECU that was just monitoring incorrectly. I had a buddy that is very, very versed in 2Js. He's got about a 1400 horse 2J in a 240 Z. He runs 480s in the 8th. I mean, the thing rips. It's no joke. Yeah. I rebuilt it once. It actually worked out quite well until the computers decided to freak out. He rebuilt it. I ended up selling it to a guy in New York from Idaho for $14,000. This is a built H-beam rod, forged piston, 2J setup with a standalone, I mean, custom harness.
That's $8,000 there. I mean,
right. I mean, the car should have been, 30, 40 grand.
Right.
But I was so freaking sick of this car. I'd had it for 2 years and I'd driven it 15 miles and floored it twice. It just pissed me off to no end. But like I said, it was just the ECU was a bitch. But that one hurt because now I see them cars that are in, poorer shape than mine was with a lesser built motor for, $30,000. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, you're like,
it also had an angle. It had an angle kit. It had full coilovers. I mean, the car was very, very well built.
Pretty well sorted, yeah.
Yeah, but I also feel bad for the guy that bought it because he bought it. It's like a purple BRZ out in New York.
Okay.
He's one of the baddest ass 2J tuners out there. He was the guy that actually got the car, and he got it and messed it up. He popped the motor really bad.
That'll happen.
So he's like, this ECU's smoked. So anyways, I feel bad. I sold it to a guy for $14,000. I'm glad I sold it to him for a good price because, he's able to kind of recoup his money if he ever were to sell it. But that's a long-winded answer. S14 2J car.
Very nice. Very nice. Right back to you, Justin, and then we'll hit Den. Money's no object. Which Race Week or Rocky Mountain Race Week car are you going to go take home?
94 Supra.
Whose though? I mean, there's one on the Race Week car.
Oh, sorry. I was ready.
I get it. 94. Yeah, you're like 94 Supra.
I was ready.
I'm Paul Walker.
All right. Money's no object. What Race Week car do I bring home?
Right. Whose door are you knocking on?
There was a very nice Firebird. What was it? It's a WS. Why am I drawing a blank right now?
Like a WS6 car?
Yeah. It's like a 97. No, I'm sorry. 2002. It was like a 2002.
Got it.
Firebird, twin turbo. Turbos are poking through the nose. The thing ran, 9s in the quarter, whatever.
Totally.
That freaking guy's car, man.
Nice.
I love the WS6. That was a beautiful.
And with like the double lump hood and everything.
Oh,
that was
man.
Those cars are so cool.
That sucker ripped too. That's the car I'd take home.
Hell yeah.
Yep, that's the one.
Den.
Mine would have to be, just for the extreme exotic of its nature, it was that 5.0 with the high compression.
Oh, the silver Mustang.
Oh, totally.
Like
right?
I really
that
wanted
sucker,
I really wanted to see it finally rip down the road. I know he was having some errors here or there trying to get track times down, but
totally.
That had the gnarliest sound.
Watch 7,500 RPM, like
yeah, dude. And he raced with us at Mile High National.
Mile High, yeah.
And he's 19 years old.
Are you kidding me?
And
he ran last year too, the same motor.
Yeah, he totally did.
Who's his motor builder? Because I need to get that guy's number.
Yeah. That's a stock Coyote.
Yeah, and
it has cams, but it's a stock Coyote.
That's an overhead cam motor.
Yeah.
No way.
Let me hold. I'll find that too because it's awesome, dude.
It's a 5.0.
So yeah, it's 7,100 at the launch, and I think it's got 9,400 in the rev limit shift.
You're joking
And-
my ass.
Yeah, dude, and it's got a stock T56, and that thing, I mean, straight rips. It is so badass.
That's
Yeah,
my
it's-
second choice.
It's a very
Because I was the
nice
one
car.
that turned him onto it. I was like, listen to this son of a bitch, freaking send it.
Yeah,
Because
Right,
I kinda,
dude,
I
right.
had to flip the ears back. Flip the shit
Yeah, you were like,
back.
wait a
Ponytail.
second. It's worth me finding because I got to find it. But he tagged
That's-
me in an onboard video of him banging gears with that thing.
I want to see that.
And
Is
I
he
will
no lift? Is he no lift shifting? Has he got it
He-
in tuned?
He does no lift shift it, but he does kick the clutch, so it does stay on the wood, but he kicks the clutch in the process.
That
so
boy
it
can drive, dude.
hits the limiter each time. He is bad ass.
Yeah, that boy can
I
drive.
mean, bad ass. I gotta find him here real quick because it's worth me
It
finding
is.
that.
No, that
real
thing
quick,
that thing
'cause
is gnarly. Like,
it is
I don't care who you
badass.
are. You send a freaking car, you dump the clutch at 7,100 RPMs, and that
Right.
thing hooks and goes. Are you joking me?
No, dude, it's sweet. Here, I found it. Let me
Yeah.
pull it up here.
That thing's no bullshit.
No, it is
Yeah.
no bullshit. And again, dude, 17 years old.
So and it's got to be making a good
It's
solid 550, 600 horse. It's got
so it's a 500 horse motor, but it's 2,400 pounds. So it hauls fucking ass.
2,400 pounds.
2,400 pounds. Here it is.
Gosh, I take dumps bigger than that, dude.
Dude, seriously. I mean, seriously. Here it is. Listen to it.
So docile,
Mhm.
idling.
Yeah, that's no.
Dude, could you imagine that damn car downtown, wherever the hell you live?
Oh, dude, and-
let's go
and
like
just
to like
doing
more,
that?
bro.
Just
Yeah,
doing that real quick.
Yeah, are you kidding? What?
Yeah, dude. And
Every piece
he
of tail in
posted,
town
here's-
for the day.
this is maybe
No
the best.
way.
This video right here is maybe the best video I've ever seen. This is Saturday at the Mile High Nationals, and he's running a single pass, and he
For the
is
day.
he's having the time of his life on this.
Yeah.
And
One pass all day.
and he ended up making 2 for the weekend, but he made 1 pass. He's from Albuquerque, so he took it all the way to Denver
No
to
way.
make 2 passes.
That's insane, dude.
It is so cool. It is so cool.
yeah,
here it is.
you got to nail it. You have to nail it.
I mean, you're right. I mean, here it is. I mean, yeah, this is all you get. Look at the crowd.
Gifting, dude. He's doing it all. He's so stoked, dude. That's badass, man. Dude, I don't care who you are.
That is
perfect.
so
That
badass.
is perfect. He didn't miss a shift. He didn't freaking miss the launch.
right.
Nothing.
And he's having the time of his life, dude. He's
Just
Oh yeah.
pumping his
stoked.
fist. And yeah, dude, there's these dudes at the end of the track, and they hand you a water, and he's just like, I'm living my best life right here. Here it is. It's
That's
happening.
crazy.
It's
That's
so cool.
crazy.
And Miles is such a cool dude. Such a cool dude.
That's wild. I don't think I've ever met that guy.
You need to. He is
Yeah.
he's legit.
That dude is my hero.
And like
That
I said,
guy's
he's
badass.
19 years old
That's insane.
and just big brass ones, man.
And he can freaking drive too.
Drive
like
the
you can,
shit out of that car.
yeah, dude.
and it's a
Who
stock
keeps it
T-
just to the wood and like just
Yeah.
kicking the clutch, like banging gears on a stock transmission. Are you
Stock
kidding
transmission with synchros. It doesn't even have, it's not
Yeah.
base plated or nothing.
Me? That's
and he-
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fucking badass.
That's freaking so cool. That car is my favorite car on Rocky Mountain Raceway. That
For
is
sure.
my favorite car.
For sure.
Second in line to the WS6 as far as if I'd buy it or not, but as far as watching and the badassness, that car is the most badass.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Rocky Mountain Race Week track?
Mine personally would be Bandemere.
Hell yeah.
In the sense of like that was the halfway point. That's the larger track. We did the candy throws. We did the burnouts. We did the music festival. Like there's an experience there, and it sucks that it's taking its toll and going away. But in essence, that was for mine my favorite experience. But there's also something refinedly weird about Pueblo.
Right.
Yeah, it's
freaking cursed.
It's like, can you make it through Pueblo? Like,
right. Can you come back here? For me, that's Kearney. My car always breaks at Kearney, and it fucking breaks all the. I mean, I put lifters in my car at Kearney. I did.
Really?
I did 2 rear ends at my car at Kearney. Yeah, dude. Kearney's
Next
Kearney's
year. Next year, we're helping you, bro.
yeah.
I knock on wood. For 2 years, I've been tight, dude. We made it, but Kearney's been my jam. It's been a tough one, but I mean, yeah, I mean, here's you cats at Bandemere,
yeah,
throwing out candy. Look at all the people against the wall getting nerds gummies while you guys are dressed up like Willy Wonka. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah, Bandemere is my favorite track too. There was something special there this year, being that they were shutting down. Nate rolled his car down there. I took a ton of pictures of him at looking down the lanes and then looking back at the towers. Last year, he and I mean, that was our first real experience with 1320 when Kyle was like, we're going to put a camera in your car, hop on our golf cart. We're going to interview you.
Right.
And that was where I feel like we really made our stamp on, the Candyman van, the chill trailer guys,
right?
So even this year, Kyle was like, he made a video. He's like, you guys remember last year, the Candyman van, now they got the chill trailer, and they came into our trailer. We shut the door. We're like, that's a big deal.
Totally, dude. I mean, and like dudes like 1320 video.
Yeah. To like take their
man.
time, they're making a ton of money. They're stepping out of their way to make a video of our trailer.
Right.
That's super freaking cool.
Hell yeah.
So it all started at Bandemere. So I most definitely would say Bandemere is absolutely my favorite track as well. I mean, everybody's challenged there. It's super put together. You were up in the tower. It's calling us out while we're walking around. We had the backup burnout.
Totally. Yeah,
it was so cool. There's so many just single memories there that are just so awesome.
And it's like Stevie says, like it's a big boy track.
It is.
I mean, it's a big boy track. I mean, there's huge bleachers. There's a ton of people. It's a different thing. It really is.
Definitely.
And this being the last year for sure.
Right. That was a big deal.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, definitely.
And for Race Week, for our 2.0 event, we're going back twice. And no drive day between Kearney and Bandemere this time.
See, I don't know anything about all this 2.0, 1.0.
Yeah,
do we got to show up? Like, what are we doing?
Please show up. I can't wait. We're going to be we're doing the same basic idea. We're starting and finishing at Pueblo. We go from Pueblo to Kearney with a drive day.
Kearney's going to be
open. Kearney's open. Kearney's good. Kearney back to Bandemere with no drive day. A full drive day in the mountains. Back to Bandemere the next day. Down to Pueblo to finish.
When is this?
End of September. So September 30, October 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's the fall. It's the fall in Denver. And if you've been in the Pacific Northwest, you know the deal with the trees changing. We get the same shit.
Yeah.
We get the same shit. So
gosh dang it.
End of September, early October, the trains can work on themselves. The concrete can figure out its own life. The
sonotubes trains anymore. Screw the trains. Man.
The fucking sonotubes can fill themselves. All right?
That's the point. That's the point.
For a week.
Implement and let it roll. Yeah.
Right, exactly. You put the right people in place. That's why you're the boss.
See, you're a smart guy out.
That's why you're the boss.
You want a job?
Let's talk. Do you have anything in South Dakota? you've seen a bunch of this, and so this doesn't really pertain to you, although you have obviously pulled a trailer. But trailer or no trailer?
No trailer. Absolutely no freaking trailer. Are you kidding me?
No trailer.
We were freaking sending it around corners. We were power braking. We were burning out in the Candyman van.
Yeah.
Right. So you prefer this
Absolutely.
Yeah.
over this?
I mean, I tell you what though, we did do a 2-foot bird ski in the middle of that town
You did.
with the 350. I did. I power braked. I don't give a shit.
Fuck yeah, out of board.
With the
I
trailer.
did.
With
I
the
did.
trailer. With the trailer. He's like, how do I turn the freaking traction?
I was like,
control
where's the
off on
traction
this thing?
control button? There's so many buttons in this.
Which button makes me do the burn skis?
Yeah, he did, and he did it. He did it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So no trailer.
No trailer.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely no
a
trailer.
lot better.
We're not sure who you are, but Facebook user Justin Gilbert, what's up, my guy?
Yeah, who's this guy?
I don't know, but you got guys
to me.
all over.
Talk to me. Who is it?
Give us your name.
I feel like that's not a Rocky Mountain Race Weeker. I feel like that's a good friend of mine from a long time ago. But
Probably.
Let's see.
What is your advice? And I guess let's do this as a road week. So Den, go first. What's your advice for a newbie? If you're like on the fence and you're about to join Rocky Mountain Race Week as a road weeker, what's your advice?
My advice is have an open mind. I promise you, if you have a perception or an idea of how you want it to be, you're gonna get disappointed for both the goods and the bads.
Right.
If you expect that things are gonna go as planned, you will get upset. And if you expect too high, you might get a different turnaround. Like, and I say that in most caution. I would have never expected the Buffalo Wild Wings or the get-togethers or the experiences or it's ups and downs. But if I had this is what my fun's going to be like on this trip, don't do it. So have an open mind to be like, I'm ready to immerse myself, fully indulge to whatever happens. I'm saying thumbs up. Let's freaking do it. And I think that kind of goes too for race weekers. Like, yeah, they're a little bit more involved in the idea that anything can happen, but it goes both ways. Like nobody knew that Joel didn't really even ask to help him in that adventure.
No.
And actually, it was because I came out of the tower and Joel was sitting there and Nate was sitting there, and they both came walking at me, and I was like, "What do you talk? What's going? There's something bad going down here, man.
Yeah, real bad.
What's going on?
$12,000 bad."
And Nate said, Adam, a rules clarification. And I was like, what, dude, what's the problem? And he said, can he drive with my transmission in his car? Because he had a spare automatic.
Right.
So he was like, can we put my converter, my transmission, all my crap in his truck to get him to Kearney, but then he can make his last pass on his regular transmission? I said, I don't know, dude. Let me go. I'll ask Matt because I'm going over there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And yet Matt goes, dude.
Jake, I see you, by the way. I see you.
Right. Yeah, he worked with you at Motive Power and Big Country Fencing.
He did. Yeah, he sure did. I see you.
But no, dude. So is this a guy that'll tell on you to your board members?
No. No.
Viewers just showed up and you're like, oh
my gosh, dang.
He's gonna know I'm a degenerate. Shit. So I asked Matt and I'm like, dude, can he change transmissions? And Matt's like, I don't give a flying fuck. Yeah. Whatever, dude. As long as he makes it to the next track, giddy up. And that makes sense why he showed up over there to go, what's going on over here? Because I told him, dude, you're getting ready to put an automatic transmission in this stick shift car to drive back to Kearney to put the stick back in it to break the beams and finish.
Right.
And
but we're like, the yoke's wrong. We
got everything was all screwed. Yeah, everything was screwed. It was just going to be too much.
It was a mess.
Bullshit. Yeah. But either way, sorry to interrupt, but it was such a cool deal for everyone just be like, I'm going to give him all my whatever it is. I don't care. Right. I'm going to give him my stuff. Let's get it to the next track.
I'm still missing a 3/8 drive, freaking 3-inch extension. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
That's okay. I mean, it's a 3/8 drive, 3-inch. I mean, I got 10 of them. You can have one.
That's fine. I got my 10 mil back, so that's all that
cooking-
matters.
We're cooking pizza.
We did cook pizza on the barbecue.
We heated
Yeah,
up
this
the
was you.
chorizo
This is your
Yep.
cooking pizza right here.
Yeah, that was
And
it. We had the
then-
breakfast burritos going.
Yep.
Yep.
We had the drinks out. We were having a fun time.
Had the music going.
June and Matt came out, and they're like, "Oh, this is what Rick's about. Like, what do you guys talk about? Just helping each other, assessing, telling stories, having
Totally.
laughs along the way, the whole nine." I mean, we ended up. June gave us that table. Bless her heart, and
Cut a hole right in it.
cut a hole right in it. And
Perfect.
Brand new table. That
Is it that
there.
table right
where
there?
the fish are.
The goldfish on the
got a
corner there.
Big old 3-inch hole saw and just blew a hole right through that. Man.
Perfect. Nice.
Yeah.
Great job.
And then Matt's, ramming it down. Whoa, we got a hole in her table. It's like one of them glory things.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
What do you? I never heard
People-
of that ever. Talk to you later.
I planked on the table, put my rod right through it. I don't.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
That was hilarious. We're just
Justin.
4 in the morning. We're all like loopy. Like, are you joking? What were you asking? Sorry.
Justin, what is your advice for a newbie?
I would say just do it. Are you asking a newbie that's actually doing it? Because
Yeah, I mean, someone just getting ready to show up and just
okay,
man,
all
I'm
right.
on the fence and like what, or I
My-
just signed up and I have no idea what I'm about to do. Like,
All right. So my advice is you have got to stay positive and have a good time. You've got to enjoy the experience that you're placed into, because I guarantee you are not going to get through it unscathed.
right,
So the more fun that you can have with it and the more enjoyment that you can find yourself having with the shit experience that you're going to run into, the more laughs you can have when you reflect, just like we are.
Right.
Donovan's hitch fell off halfway to Vandermeer on his race car. We had to find a welder in the middle of nowhere.
right.
Joel's transmission broke. Joel's clutch last year just freaking broke. The first year, the freaking truck's crank sensor and cam sensor were not working. We had to bust it apart in the middle of nowhere.
We had Brady's sensor.
Right.
Yeah, it's just part of it. You're driving these vehicles through their paces, regardless of the situation. But it's all about how you actually handle the scenarios and the situations that really ultimately formulate who you are on the back end. So you could really actually make it, a learning process for you as an individual. But at the end of the day, just damn it, have a good time. Just have fun with it. Every second of the event, even when I was frustrated with Den, like, dude, you're driving in the freaking fast lane with the trailer at 55 miles an hour forever.
Yeah, you're.
Like-
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah,
But
just chill. Just freaking calm down and enjoy yourself.
you're driving the chill trailer and you're not chill.
Yeah. So just hang out, enjoy it, and reflect later, and just know that you're doing something that very few people, very limited people have done. And damn it, have a good time. That's my
Nice.
advice.
I like that a lot because I actually wrote an article for Sick the Mag, which is the kind of the official Drag and Drive magazine, and I've got a 1-page spread, and it's entitled "Just Do It." Just show up. Just go do one of these, and I don't care which one it is, but like go do one because it changes your life. And
Does.
like
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, like you are ruined, but in the best way possible. Like you don't know it yet, but you're so ruined.
Yeah, you're gonna spend a lot of money doing a whole bunch of bullshit that don't mean nothing, but damn it, you're gonna have a good time.
And it doesn't mean anything for anyone outside of these couple of hundred people, but these couple hundred people get it, and we were there, and like we get it. Like you're a bad motherfucker if you've done one of these, and I don't care if
Meltdown
you
Camaro, dude, with a boat motor. Are you kidding me?
right, dude. I don't care if you got a 17-second car or you got a 7-second car. Like you're a bad son of a bitch
Yep.
if you come out and do this stuff.
Even if you're in a stock pickup with air conditioning, you drive this whole thing. There's something there because it's brutal.
Dude, it's 1,000 miles in a week, and you don't do that in anything.
No.
And you show up in you guys showed up with a truck and a freaking enclosed trailer.
Yeah.
And did it. And you guys drove the whole same route and all the same, I mean, that's a thing, dude. That's stuff that dudes don't do.
Yeah.
And when you do, it's a special thing.
Yeah.
And you're part of a fraternity.
Who's the gal in the brown pickup that last year they had to swap a motor and this year they had problems?
Gracie Gwynn.
Dude, didn't she win the Perseverance Award this year?
She did.
Damn it, that girl, man.
Badass, dude.
Gosh, dang it.
Just badass.
If you're not changing an engine or changing a transmission at some point on Rocky Mountain Race Week, and you're complaining, you're a bitch.
You're doing it wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
You're doing it wrong. These
you're
people
doing it
are
wrong.
Changing out engines and pistons and transmissions and clutches, and they're just having a great time. It's a different realm, man. It makes you appreciate the easy things in life. Totally. I just got to drive up the road and do this meeting or whatever. It's cool. It changes your perspective on a lot of things.
On life
it really
in general.
Does. It really does.
Because it just everything's different. It slows down. You go to these small towns. You sell them out of gas and shit. I mean, it's a thing, dude.
Yeah, and people are stoked to do it. They're like, hell yeah, you can have my last gallon of gas. Take it.
Right, and they could be the dude in front of you.
Right,
and they don't care. They want you to finish just as much as everybody else.
Yep, exactly. It's honestly, I'm not trying to get all political and bullshit, but gosh dang it, man. If we could seriously just function in life how Race Week functions.
Right.
Are you kidding me? We would all be so much happier.
I say
just take care of each other.
It's the most fun you can have with your pants on. And if you could bottle it and sell it, you would be a jillionaire.
You would.
Just if you could just drink.
It's the energy.
Energy. If you could drink the elixir of it and feel like you feel in that week.
Rocky Mountain Race Week energy drink.
You'd be a jillionaire in a second.
Monster Who, right?
You could do whatever the F you wanted from there. Yep. You would have fuck you money.
Yep.
Because
exactly.
It's such a different thing than exists anywhere. And it's one of those where you finish your vacation and you want a vacation after because it beats you down.
You're damn right because I just recovered and it's been a month ago.
And it beats you the hell down. When you look back at it right now in the time frame that we've had and you kind of look back at your experience and you're like, dude, that was maybe the most fun I've ever had. Yep. And I can't wait. I'll do it again right now with you.
Yep.
It's a different thing.
It's the accomplishment.
I mean, there's stories upon stories and experiences that
you'd never get into otherwise.
Taking a radar, we had a radar detector. I took the suction cup off of it. Sealed up a sensor, put some whatever that contact.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, you've got to be like MacGyver to fix shit.
To fix stuff.
Right, because you don't have the thing, so you make the thing, and out of whatever the hell you got.
Yeah, man. He pulled a suction cup off his radar detector to fix an oil leak from the block to the oil sensor on Nate Kern's motor.
Nice.
He pulled a suction cup off and we just stuck it in there, freaking siliconed it and clamped it down. And it was like, oh shit, it works. So
there we
go.
Get
back to town.
Keep on going.
Like, what the hell are we doing? A suction cup of all things.
Hell yeah. And in past years, a guy used a dip can for an idler pulley.
Yeah.
That's not shit that dudes do. What the fuck? Yeah. I mean, come on. And it didn't last that long. But you try. Right.
Ladies out there, you want a guy that can freaking turn a dip can into an idler pulley.
Yeah, and you don't even know it yet, but that's the dude you need in your life.
That's the guy you want. Yeah.
Right. Well, guys, we're well over 3 hours. I'm calling it.
This is great.
I'm through with my questions. If you're on the comments, throw on any last minute questions you got. But guys, dude, thank you so much. This was such a good time. Isn't this crazy? Great. 3 hours just passed.
Let's get real for a second.
Get it on. Don't get all the way naked. Holy crap!
Easy now. we were going for an hour and a half.
Right. Yeah, we were like, let's just at least an hour and a half. At an hour and a half, we were still telling stories about BW3s.
I know. Yeah.
But that's the best part of this is that, dude, this is super fun. And seriously, thank you guys for bringing it at Race Week and doing some cool stuff and being groundbreaking and rolling with the flow of the thing and having so much fun, dude. And it's a pleasure to have you guys all along with us.
Always, always. Cheers.
Hell yes. Drink.
Cheers, man. Appreciate it.
But guys, thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you guys so much. I know you hung in here for 3 hours with us, and like I said, dude, it was awesome. The time just went by like that because
It did.
This has been great. This has been super duper cool. But guys, I'm gonna throw you. Oh, hold on. Do we have anything? 3 hours. I've been messing with cars in the garage in the background. Good episode. Hell yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
Dash is the man, dude. And if you're out there, check out Dash's Garage on YouTube. He does a bunch of cool stuff with him wrenching on his. He's got an El Camino that's got an LS swap. He's got a 4th or 5th gen Camaro that he's working on. And he's also he's a gun guy, so he's done a lot of the 3-gun shooting stuff.
There you go.
So yeah, dude, he's super
brought
duper
somebody
awesome.
into the conversation. There
Bam, giddy up. There she is. Pat, dude, thank you again for tuning in again. Pat on the Grom. He's always on here as well, and I'm gonna have you on very soon as well. So
Heck yeah.
don't
get ready for the comments.
Yeah, exactly. Which basically it's gonna tell you about how gigantic your brass freaking nuts are. So but guys, I'm gonna throw you into the background real quick. I'm gonna do a little sign off.
Appreciate it, Adam.
I'll see you guys before I leave off. But thank you guys so much. That's cool. Drink. Bam! Dude, guys, how much fun was that? Justin and Den showing up kind of out of the blue, and we had a freaking blast tonight. That was so much fun. Thanks for hanging in and sticking with us while I was a little bit late. Obviously working, and I'm in the middle of a move, so I'm training my replacement currently at work, and it's just a lot of crazy stuff. I was actually up in Steamboat today, so I logged about 6.5 hours behind the wheel today. So lots and lots of cool times, and I don't know who I have on next week. I've got a few folks kind of on deck, so just pay attention to the Facebook page, That's Cool Drink, or the YouTube channel, and that's my name, Adam Dory, on YouTube. Don't forget to check out Chill Boys 8 on Insta, and the boys, the Chill Boys, will be doing all kinds of crazy crap for you on there. So throw them out some love out there on the Insta world. But thank you again, you guys, for tuning in and sticking in here for a bunch of hours of us having fun with the Chill Boys. And again, Justin and Den, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. That is going to do it for episode number 19 of That's Cool Drink. And that said, we are